It's flipping exciting, friends. Here we go. Week 14, end of the regular season. The season regular comes to an end right here, right now, and here, and now, and right now, and here. We'll start with the Wizards versus the Chefs, because this is one of the few games where neither team is going to the playoffs. I mean, that's sad for them, but at the end of the day, you look at those two records and you kind of go, could be a banger. Will it, though? Well, we don't know. The Chefs are at home and it's a blazing hot day, as is usual in Chefland. Let's see how we go. Well, it's a nice pass to get us started. Tight Rider completing a 9-yarder, and then the Anger Panda gets a sack, rather reversing the success of the first play, and Whiskers Camembert with the deflection. Wizards take over, and Celia Emphysema is going to soak up some yardage for us. Tension Soda complete for 39 yards. There's a touchdown. All right, well, let's not waste any time then. Buster Plow, rookie extraordinaire, has a nice catch, and there's another sack. There appears to be something of a lack of protection going on at the Chefs. Tight Rider throws one into the ground, and the Wizards are back on. Tension Soda goes nowhere. Pete Black Fox did something with the ball there, and it got 1 yard. Lenny Luxury with a nice run. Camembert managed to trip up the defender, and that worked pretty well. There goes Camembert with a good catch. Wizards moving the ball pretty well right now. There goes Camembert again, team captain. Oh, yeah, apparently. Okay. Tension Soda with a throw. Camembert with the catch. First down on the 1 yard line, inside the 1 yard line. And now they've been pushed back because they've been sacked. Lenny Luxury will make it 2-0. Come on, Chefs, let's go. Come on, show some flipping life. That's a good completion to Chad, who gets a good amount of distance. And Strong Bad has beaten up the Anger Panda. Drip Fizzle Brewer subbed in for the Wizards. I like Drip Fizzle Brewer. He used to play for me. I was thinking of keeping hold of him, but I traded him in a 2-for-1 deal. Chad, touchdown. Okay, good. Right, Chefs have pulled one back. Camembert with a good 20-yard catch there. Pete Black Fox, nice bit of running. Not seen Pete Black Fox in action very often. Yeah, I mean, this is his first game of the season by the looks of things. But you know what? As long as he's having fun. That's what matters. Celia gets another catch for 13. Camembert takes it all the way to the end zone to make it 3-1. Tight Rider throws, Chad catches. That's kind of how the plan's supposed to work. And then second and 10. Georgie Wheelchair makes a catch, moves slower than... It's because I mix him up with Georgie Cones. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, Wheelchair is a Celestial. Cones is... fat. Yeah, he's an ogre, I think. Emphysema, another good catch. Celia Emphysema having a decent season. Arguably a breakout season for Celia. Yeah, best season to date. I think largely from getting a regular starting role. Minotaur, thanks Womble. Here goes Olivetti. Nice piece of running from Olivetti typewriter. 22-yard gain. Georgie Wheelchair waits for someone to throw to and throws to the wrong person. Emphysema makes a catch. And that would be called an interception at any other time. But I got it wrong this time, so that's not what I've called it. Camembert shakes off the cover and is in the end zone again to make it 5-1. Both teams obviously in the chase for a high draft pick, and right now the Chefs are winning in that chase. Not the number 1 draft pick, no, but a relatively high draft pick nonetheless. Half-time rolls around, Wizards have the ball and a convincing lead. That's Pete Black Fox getting a 3-yard catch, but it wasn't enough, and the Chefs take over again. Wheelchair throws it, Camembert deflects, etc. now with the throw, and it's Buster Plow, who's going to have a bright future ahead of him if he stays alive for the remainder of this game. Second and 10. Georgie Wheelchair completes to Chad, who breaks a tackle and will get his second touchdown of the game. Beautiful stuff. Yep. Emphysema with another 5 yards there for the total. Black Fox runs nowhere, and there goes Camembert again, who's having one of his best games, I would have thought, of his career. He doesn't. I mean, he's a reliable receiver, but I don't recall Camembert having too many 100 200-plus yard games. Emphysema, touchdown, 16th of the year. She'll be pleased. You should be pleased. Someone should be flipping pleased. And Chad's coughed the ball up. Bison Lamond has got it and has got a lane all the way to the end zone. And we will engage sympathy mode. Okay. Yeah, no. 7-2 is the score. 30 plays left in the game. It is not going in the way of the Chefs this time around. Camembert has now deflected 7 passes in this game. 8 now. That's starting to get into possibly going to get most deflections of the week kind of territory there. Black Fox with another tiddling little run. You know why he hasn't played very much? To me, it looks like because he's not very good. Yeah, I would say that's probably the reason. The Chefs hold firm inside their own 5-yard line there. Now, can they get out of it? Yes, they can. Olivetti typewriter. And Drip Fizzlebrew is dead. Well, I did like him. Yeah, no, he's been murderated. Oh. Well, I always thought he was a player with a great deal of potential, but he never really got the chance to show it, and now he's dead. Yeah. And Whiskers Camembert's been injured by Buster Plough. The Chefs just taking no... They're just taking no prisoners. No. Celia with another catch there. Last play of the game. It's all over. Final score, Wizard Hole Wizards 7, Chefs 2. Player of the... Flipping heck. Player of the game, potentially player of the week. Whiskers Camembert with 142 fan points. That is... there you go. First game, player of the week. No one's going to beat that. No one. 142 fan points. 316 yards receiving, 4 touchdowns, 11 deflections, which is a lot. Over on the Chefs, strong bad malcontent with 73 fan points. 26 pancakes, 10 tackles, a sack, a deflection, an injury, and a kill. Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, see, that's just being harsh. Did anybody... Yeah, Joey Fields managed to rack up 26 pancakes for the Chefs, whereas over at the Wizards, Pitkin? Yeah, Pitkin Roaring Fork with 36. Well, there you go. That's rather set the tempo, hasn't it? Right, let's go up the other end. Now, if I forget which teams are and aren't in... you'll forgive me. Let's go Grunt versus Blood Pit. Blood Pit are in the playoffs. Grunt are not. For the first time in quite a few seasons, I believe. But they knew coming into this one that it was a rebuilding kind of a year. Is he on the field? Yeah, Simple Simbill's here. Simple Simbill leading the league in passing this year, which is exciting. Sleep Bunsen gets a tackle for loss on the first play, and yeah, we are definitely looking up a team of backups at Blood Pit. Simbill with the throw, completes that one to Whitey Hart for a 21-yard gain. Clacton is deflected by Siberia Pronounced, who gets first career deflection there, 3rd and 5. Simbill again throws a short one to Hart for 7. Clacton to the end zone, Hoodie Mafia with a touchdown. All right, Frank Folly gets a run for the Bouncers. Grab Serpentine doesn't accomplish much. Siberia Pronounce is sacked by Activity Tallahassee. And Grunt are back in again. Grunt are playing their A-team. The Bouncers are not. Oh, how could this one pan out then? Don't know, but Activity Tallahassee has been injured by Hillbilly Showtime. Stuntworth Friendly subbed in. Hold on, Simple Simbill just got injured. It was only an injury. It wasn't anything more than that, but it didn't stick around very long. So this cursed field is taking its toll already. Clacton throws, Folly deflects. Muluab, a first down run for 9 yards. There goes Smoke Taco, who is subbed in place of Simbill. Another first down. Hoodie Mafia getting the catch there. Muluab's running it again and gets another 2 yards. Here's Taco. Throws, touchdown, Mafia. 3-0 Grunt Auto Group. Grab Serpentine is deflected by Frog Plots. That one's thrown out to the wing. There were blocking opportunities available, but they didn't pay off. and the bouncers go 3 and out. Here comes Grunt. Whitey Hart with the catch, with the go, and is injured. Flippin' heck! Grunt are getting harshed. Exorcism Fry has subbed in. Exorcism's a halfway decent player. Yeah, but I think this was a workout week for Whitey. Well, he's being worked out off the pitch now. It's 3-0. Blood Pit having a go again. And they've had their go now. Smoke Taco, another run. It's a good run. He's moving. Nice piece of ball-carrying action for 22 yards. And that's Exorcism Fry with the touchdown. Okay, yeah. Yeah. This is a... Hold on, Stuntworth has been injured as well. Grab Serpentine. Ford Sporks has subbed in. Grunt really getting through the roster in this one. As the bouncers are just mean. Taco with the throw to nowhere. Clacton, I mean, actually, it wouldn't surprise me at this point if there was no one left to throw it to. Clacton completes 29 yards as Muluab's on the end of it and fries into the end zone to make it 5-0. Okay. Yeah, Frank Foley with a wrong 1-yard run. Grab Serpentine to Gizmo Gypsum as the bouncers get themselves a very rare first down that they weren't gifted. Half-time rolls around, and it is 5-0 to the Auto Group. Muluab has been injured, and that's a bounty collected by Frank Foley. Rudy Armslength has now subbed in for Grunt as Fry takes off again, and that's another 51 yards. Clacton throws, Exorcism, touchdown. 6-0. Yeah. Well, I mean, they're down half a dozen players and still all over them as Plots makes an interception. Taco throws one a bit wildly there. Clacton is deflected by Pronounced. Rudy Armslength. He goes, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. And, yeah. All right, Serpentine throws. It's intercepted by Ford Sporks. Yeah. Fry with another 10-yard catch. That's another injury on the field, but it looks like it might be a bouncer down this time. It is. Paddy System has been taken out by Frog Plots. Ben Radical has subbed in. Serpentine. It's 7-0. Oh, yeah. Sympathy mode. 35 plays. That's the rule. Yeah. Keep your eye on the injury counter. Yep, will do. Because that's what's going to change most notably here. There might be a Blood Pit score. You never know. Well, they've had to sub in a starter. Yeah, I know. Fatal. One can hope he gets killed to serve them right for playing dirty. Grab Serpentine an 11-yard touchdown to make it 7-1. Clacton with the throw. Fry is taken off. A 45-yard gain there. Clacton's completed, what was that, 10 of 12 or something like that? Pretty good, regardless. Touchdown. Rudy Armslength score one. There's another injury. Ben Radical's been injured by Frog Plots. Good. Yeah, Gretel Baguette Fancy is now in the lineup. Taco with an ineffective run. Fry with another good catch. Clacton is 12 of 15. And touchdown, Fry. Flip heck. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Down all your starters and just dropping a pain train on them. Hoodie Mafia comes up with a sack there. Butte Yakko, who is now playing. For which team? Yeah, probably. Bouncers, maybe? Armslength with a 31-yard catch. Another touchdown to make it 10-1. Well, I mean, this is just a little bit one-sided. It's a little bit one-sided. Yeah. And there goes Fry again on the last play of the game. Final score, Grunt Auto Group 10, Blood Pit Bouncers 1. Player of the game, Frog Plots. He got it done. 91 fan points, 64 pancakes, 2 injuries, 1 interception, 1 deflection, 11 tackles. Grab Serpentine for the Bouncers, 32 fan points, so not as many. Didn't break 100 yards. Well, he did break 100 yards offense, just barely. 1 touchdown and 3 injuries inflicted. Oh, you rotter. Pancakes over at the Bouncers. Peter Brickwall, who was actually on the field, got 43. Whereas at Grunt, no one's going to beat Plots, right? Nah. Plots, 64. Pancakes, count them. It will take you until you can count to 64. Right, good. Yeah. Oh, that was mean. It was a bit. Is Tola Cram here? Yeah, Tola, have you got your ears on? It's just because I want to play our game because it's inconsequential. That's the reason I want to play it, because it helps me see the games that I've played if I start at the starts and work in. See, if he's not here, I'll give him one more game. I'm going to give him one more game. Let's go Marsupials versus Peninsula Transport. Peninsula going nowhere. Marsupials going to the playoffs. So let's see. What have we got here? We've got, it looks like backups are in. But they're not bad backups in at the Marsupials. So, who knows? Who knows? I have my list of consequential games in front of me, you see. And therefore, we'll be doing them later. Anyways, Cooch Badongla for the Marsupials with a 3-yard run. And that's a completed pass. Small Yersey has made the catch. Off a throw from Sydney Aggressive. Fungible makes a deflection. Yersey with another catch, breaks a tackle, gets the first down. Marsupial still moving. Aggressive runs nowhere. Is Tombury Actual. And Ego Saria has been injured by Coach Badongla. That's arguably the most powerful weapon on the offence of Peninsula Transport, who's going to sit this one out. Bradley Comer with a 16-yard run as Peninsula takes over. Tyrone Mendonca has a go and can't get anywhere with it. Tombury Actual just made an interception on his debut game. He's going, oh, I'm playing. I'm going to do all of it. Sydney Aggressive then runs for 8. Marsupials moving again. Actual can't get anywhere with it, and that's the end of that. Fungible runs for 4. Comer completes to Benzedrine, who chalks up a nice 28 yards. Tyrone can't get anywhere. Here's Hank Fungible. And it's a good throw. A wide open Bradley Comer will chew up a yard or 23. Comer now with the ball. Throws. Benzedrine touchdown. Okay, Badongla. He runs for 5 and he's very happy about it. Aggressive runs for nothing. And then Actual with the ball again. It's another first down. So far, though, it's not going all that well for the Marsupials. They do have players making plays, but none of them are chewing up a significant number of yards. And as such, the opportunity to stall out on your drive is quite significant. 16 yards there for Actual. Aggressive goes nowhere. Actual is tackled for a loss. Badongla won't get there. A 5-yard gain, and we're back to Peninsula Transport, who throw it downtown straight away. And Benzedrine gets 41 yards. So if you can get 41 yards on one play, that saves you half a dozen plays where you manage to get a couple. Anyway, Donk Branding has been injured by Cordelia Benzedrine, and Hog Mexico's on the field. An actual star player graces us with his presence. 18-yard gain there for Bradley Comer. Tyrone runs for 1. 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Benzedrine. Okay, Badongla goes 1 yard. Marsupial still looking for their first scorer of the day. Small Yersey with another nice catch. Is Tombury Actual? Not a lot. Badongla. And that's an 8-yard gain. 3rd and 1. Sydney Aggressive stuffed behind the line by Rhett Violin. And the Marsupials lose possession once again. Comer goes for 1. Mendonca gets them the first down. And he's still on his feet. He's evading hapless flipping linebackers. And Tyrone makes a 39-yard run. Now, you see, that makes him 5 run attempts for 46 yards. And that doesn't take into account touchdown Peninsula. It doesn't take into account that 5 of those 6 attempts were rubbish. Right, anyway, what's happening? Well, some Marsupials on the ball again, and they're going to slowly grind their way upfield as we hit half-time, with Peninsula Transport up 3-0 at the current time. Aggressive runs nowhere. 1st and 10, Actual gets not a lot, and it's intercepted by Bradley Comer. Peninsula Transport playing some of their best game all season. I mean, yes, you do have a Marsupial second unit in. What have they got in the line? Oh, no, Kilkenny's playing. No, he's on the other team. Oh, yeah, I need to look at that. Polka Band, Soccer Mom, and the fella in the middle. Yeah. They're throwing it to Mexico, and he immediately gets 38 yards. It's Thrall Bugblatter Yeah, you see, he doesn't play very often. The Marsupials are clearly saving their A-team for the playoffs. Bradley Comer sacked by Soccer Mom. Tyrone. Still Tyrone. It's still Tyrone. He didn't get there, though. So we're back to the Marsupials again, and they've got a 3rd and 11 already. And that one's deflected by Hatchet Malibu. Hanky Fungible is sacked by Honorary Soccer Mom. Brad Comer gets a completion for the first down. Mendonca, stuffed at the line for 1 yard, is Fungi. Completes to Benzedrine for another first down. Comer, Benzedrine, first down. Mendonca, if he gets past the line, he's going to run for a bit. He gets 11 yards off that one. And there's another first down to Benzedrine, who seems to just get past that first down marker and go, give me the ball. And they do. Anyway, it's 5-0, and Benzedrine's just intercepted it. Again, we can activate sympathy mode. Yeah, let's not muck about. No, let's get all of these one-sided affairs dealt with. Yeah, let's get them done. Yeah, get them sorted, get them out of here. There's Hog Mexico making a play. Well, he's in the running for Rookie of the Year. He's not going to win Rookie of the Year, but he's in the running. And Marsupials were threatening to score there, and then they gave the ball back away again. Yeah, this is bring your rookies to work week, and they turn up and they haven't got a clue what they're doing. One of them gets their head stuck in the photocopier. Another one is locked in the bathroom for 6 hours, playing Angry Birds on their telephone or whatever the game is you play on your telephone these days. I'm a little bit out of date with my reference there, but never mind. Kevin's just tuned in. Has he missed any brutality? Yeah, a whole bunch of injuries inflicted and a death. And that was in the... which game was that? That was the Bouncers versus Grunt. Was quite violent. Final score, Peninsula Transport 6, Sweaty Marsupials 0. Cordelia Benzedrine, player of the game, 181 receiving, 3 touchdowns, 2 deflections, an interception, and an injury. Over on the Marsupials, Hog Mexico is player of the game, came in halfway through, put up 80 odd yards, did 16 tackles, 2 tackles for loss and 2 deflections. Who died? Drip Fizzle Brew, no one of consequence. Pancakes at the Marsupials. Small Jersey with 18. That's a small number. At Peninsula Transport, they were led the way by Kilkenny Prohound, who has been their #1 blocker all season. Okay, right, good. I'm going to go topside. We're going to do the Nomads versus Stardozer, because if I recall, no, Brother Kane is here. Well, who am I thinking of? Well, someone who isn't. Well, let's do Nomads versus Stardozer anyway. It's a game. It's here. We're playing it. It's not on my list of 3 consequential titles that are important to be consequential. Aha! Tolocrams arrived. Right, I'll play us next. Yeah, Nomads Stardozer. Well, we've had 2 blowouts so far. And it remains to be seen whether we'll get another, or if we have 3. We might have had 3 blowouts so far. I don't know. One blowout is much like another. Stardozer have got the ball at the moment, and they have a 3rd and 4. Mini Sabotage unable to turn that into a first down. Nomads taking over. Is Joey Bugout, completes to Ezekiel Zamboni for a 6-yard gain. Douglas Mope. Oh, we got an injury already. First contact's been taken out by Crotch Dangle Flag. Burt Violence has subbed in. There goes Zamboni down the sideline for a touchdown to make it 1-0 Nomads. Kim Selector with the deflection. There goes Rock Hands. Rock Hands. That was a meaningful gain, 35 yards. Sabotage is playing runner. I mean, that's a lifestyle choice. And it's 11-yard completion. Wilfie Jerk is running it. Shut. What are you doing? Shut up. Sit down and shut up. Or shut up and sit down. I mind not which. I missed the touchdown there, you see? While I'm busy dealing with you because you're making a flipping racket. Douglas Mopey on a nice run for the Nomads there, gains 10 yards. And that's Olivia Chukakang making the completion. And it's Buster Vortex. Buster Vortex, one of the highest rated players in the game. on paper. Yeah. In reality, he doesn't do very much, but he doesn't get the opportunity very often. Sit over there and chill out. Right. Mopey, touchdown, Nomads. Right, I'm back in now. I've got this distraction settled. Wilfie Jerk completes a 19-yard pass. There goes Hands again, and he's being covered by Zamboni. Zamboni, decent player. He's not ready for prime time though. I mean, by prime time I mean he's not ready to take on Rock Hands, who is a premium level player. Anyway, Stardozers have stalled out, and we're back in the company of the Nomads again. That's Selector making the catch, and it's worth 28 yards. Mopey, still Mopey. Mopey, first down, 11 yards. Chaka Khan throws deep, and it's Zamboni who's got it. Zamboni's been covered by Lloyd Gadzooks. Gadzooks, perfectly reliable receiver, bit slow for cover. If you want my opinion. Oh yeah, I don't care if you want it or not. You're getting it. Bug out is intercepted in the end zone by Wilf Jerk. Fabulous piece of defending from the little guy there. That's his first interception this season, and he made it count at a point where it really doesn't matter anymore. Jam Turpentine runs for 6. His mini sabotage. That's another complete pass, and it is Gadzooks with the catch. Safe pair of hands, 32 yards. Jerk now throws to the flat, and it's deflected by Chaka Khan. Turpentine throws, sabotage with the ball. She could go the distance. It's a touchdown. 75th career touchdown for mini sabotage to make it 2-all. Fumble. Wilf Jerk has got the ball. He didn't force it, but he was right there to pick it up. Well, he was probably at the bottom. Oh, and they're throwing it back again. Never mind. Yeah. Chaka Khan with the throw, and it's a 10-yard gain from Kim Selector. Joey Bugout doing a good job staying on his feet to gain a few yards there. Douglas Mopey has a first down. Chaka Khan waits, throws, Zamboni. It's another first down. The Nomads moving the ball easily. And they're going all the way to the end zone. Touchdown. Half-time rolls around. It's 3-2. A good close affair so far. Wilf Jerk runs nowhere. Jam Turpentine runs nowhere. Mini Sabotage, she runs nowhere. Back over to the Nomads. That's Mopey with a catch, and he breaks that initial tackle. Picks up 20 off a Chaka Khan pass. Bugout can't do much with that one. That one's deflected by Hands. You've got to be careful throwing it his way. He will take the ball home and put it in his trophy cabinet. Well, I mean, it'll be like his second or third trophy cabinet at this point, because the others are all full of balls. Turpentine with a good run makes 13. Sabotage throws. It's caught by Hands, who has the first down and 28 yards. There's some action going on in the middle there, but it was all very convoluted. But somehow Turpentine managed to emerge with a 19-yard gain. Gadzooks breaking tackles, gets down to about the 3-yard line. Sabotage to the end zone, touchdown Gadzooks, it's 3-all. Zamboni, 11 yards immediately for the Nomads as they start taking it back up the field again. Bugout gets 12, Zamboni gets another 11, 2nd and 1. Selector gets the first down. Bugout. You've got to point your finger at the tackling and just say, there are a few plays here where if there was someone who could tackle, then tackles would have been made. Zamboni, 12 yards. Catches, if they're good, they'll make a catch. That's Kim Selector getting a touchdown. 172 career touchdowns for Kim Selector. She is older than dirt. Is it Kim that I'm thinking of, the highest paid player in the game? I think it might be. It might be Kim Selector who's the highest paid player in the game. Second place, Big Steve, obviously. But yeah, there's someone you wouldn't expect, but you do know them anyway, who gets paid more than anyone else. And Jam Turpentine's on a heck of a run here. 37-yard scamper for Jam. It's Myra Sacrifice. Thank you, Floody. Yeah, I put them in the same kind of category. Touchdown, Rock Hands. 18th of the season. Bugout throws. Selector with the catch. She's over 100 yards in the game. The average isn't spectacular, but it's getting the job done. And we've got a tie game on our hands at the moment. There goes Selector with another 9 yards. This one could come down to the wire, as there's only 12 plays left. And that's Rockhands making a stop there to give Stardozer an opportunity at the win. Big throw downtown, and it's Hands who's got it. 41-yard gain to make the likelihood of a score all the more plausible. Jerk on a 2nd and 4 throws to Turpentine, who does a little stutter step there and then fumbles the ball. Oh, Jam Turpentine once a hero, now not. Now a nothing. Well, they've got 4 plays left to go again. Wilf Jerk, can he get a good start? No, he can get 4 yards. Turpentine, maybe he'll redeem himself after the last run. Gets 16, 2 plays, 23 yards to go. Sabotage gets 7 of them, well played. And Jerk is tackled for a loss. And the final score is Nomads 4, Stardozer 4. Player of the game by 1 point, Rockhands for Stardozer. Human Resources with 56 fan points. 182 receiving, 1 touchdown, 15 tackles and 3 deflections. For the Nomads, Buster Vortex. Oh, that's a good tackle number. 55 fan points, 23 pancakes, 20 tackles, 2 tackles for loss. Puts him in the running there for tackling player of the week. Then we look at the pancakes. Crotch dangle flag for the Nomads with 36. And then at Stardozer, ostentatious smack got 45. Okay, good game. Right. BDP, who are already and are going to remain the number 1 seed in Fail Brigade, are taking on the Vuvu Boys. It's good to see that the Vuvu Boys have brought their A-team. I brought some of the A-team. I've chucked them around a bit. I expect results. Will you score? You probably will. I haven't brought that bigger set of guns. This is a training squad fundamentally, but we'll see. Yeah, we've got the ball first because we're playing at home, and it's a beautiful day for some Brutalball. And there's a pass immediately. Fanny Glowstick completing for 14 yards. A bit of a bad throw there is deflected by Bertha Raccoon. Bitsy's running it and does well. Gets 13 yards. Glowstick with the throw, and it's massively off target. Here comes Big Steve. 25 yards. Bitsy throws, caught by Ook Beltsand for a touchdown. 1-0 BDP. All right. Vuvu Boys. Raccoon with the catch on first down. Tanklark throws, and it's dropped by Gonzalo. There goes Bertha again. I mean, part of the reason you're being covered by Bitsy is Bitsy needs the practice. Vincent Rimshot runs for 4. Is Tanklark on a 2nd and 5. Managing to break through tackles in the backfield. Good work. Bambi gives a short pass to Tanklark. Rimshot doing some heroic running, gets a first down for 7 yards. And Gonzalo makes it 1-1. Bad throw on first down. Steve only gets 2 yards. Oh, Steve, he's getting old. He really is. And that's Beltsand again, getting the first down for 17. Here's Fanny. Throw the ball, Fanny. There you go. Beltsand with the catch again. I've got Leonard playing receiver in this one, but so far, not a lot of receiving has he done. Steve charging ahead like a madman. Or, in fact, a large troll. It's a 26-yard touchdown. And that's his 201st career touchdown. That's a few. Yeah. Tanklark, again, no one's tackling him. Why aren't you tackling him, people? We're famed for our ability to deal with runners. And there goes Raccoon to get the first down. Gonzalo, touchdown, 2-2. Woo! Yeah. Fanny Glowstick is deflected by Bertha Raccoon. Steve throws. And Beltsand's got another good catch. And he breaks a tackle to get a 39-yard gain. Bitsy throws a 3-yarder. His Glowstick. That one's caught by Leonard. Nice one, Lenny. Nice one, Lenny. A 36-yard, gorgeous Leonard touchdown. All right, Tanklark gets a 5-yard start there. He's then got the ball, and he's breaking tackles. He broke a tackle from Bitsy Hijinks, which is no mean feat. Bitsy is largely in our lineup as the great hope for a tackling future. Glowstick runs for 1, which she shouldn't do. No, because she shouldn't run at all. Steve's on the scamper again, and he gets another 31 yards. Bitsy completes to Leonard for 8. Here comes Glowstick. Running the ball again like she shouldn't. Steve with the pass. Touchdown, Beltsand. 4-2, Bulldozer Power. Rimshot runs for 7. Tanklart gets a first down to Bertha Raccoon. Bambi turnoff is deflected by Beltsand. Rimshot intercepted by Denial Ice Chest. Don't know what he was doing up there, but he made a good play nonetheless. Glowstick, 3-yard gain. It comes Steve on 2nd and 7. And he's just mashing through a few people there towards the end zone. Touchdown, Big Steve. Okay, then Steve gets a sack because he feels like it. And then a tackle for loss because he does that as well. It's one of the things that Steve can do next year, being his final season, if he lives that long. And then BDP will inevitably drop off a cliff. Right, second half, and Bulldozer Power currently up 5-2. Steve throws. It's intercepted by Gonzalo Lorry, and then Fanny Glowstick immediately intercepts it back again. There goes Leonard, and it's the second touchdown of the game for Gorgeous Leonard to make it 6-2. Rimshot goes nowhere. Yep, there goes Bertha. Still Bertha. We got any speed anywhere at all? Yeah, sure, but she got 60 yards off us. Yeah, that's not ideal. No. Rimshot throws. Bertha's got another good catch. Good player, Bertha Raccoon. The sack comes in from Steve. 3rd and goal. And it's Tanklart with a catch, but he's stopped well short. Okay, Glowstick throws. Beltsand with a good catch. And that's worth 24 yards. Glowstick has only got a 50% completion rate in this one. And I have a feeling that Steve's completion rate is higher than that. Hijinks throws one to the moon. It's 3rd and 4. And that one's deflected by Bertha. Voodoo Boys take over. Tanklart. And that one's dropped by Gonzalo. Bambi turn off to Gonzalo. And he's going to have a good lead. Gaining 41 yards. Rimshot is tackled for a loss by Big Steve. And then Steve gets his 3rd sack of the day. Bambi tries it. Doesn't go anywhere either. Fanny throws. Turn off deflects. Steve is deflected by Bertha. Bitsy is deflected by Tanklart. Well done, team. Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, it is trainee receivers day. Beltsand is almost good enough to start for us. Bertha Raccoon, touchdown. There you go. Gorgeous Leonard has got another catch. Go on, Lenny. And he gained 33 yards off that one. Steve throws, and it's intercepted by Vincent Rimshot. Nice one, Steve. I mean, if it wasn't for all the good things you did, I wouldn't be able to forgive that kind of behaviour, but you do a lot of good things. Laney Blowout gets her first sack of the season. Luke Beltsand makes an interception. It's all go here right now. Beltsand then with a catch gains 13 yards. Steve throws a short one, turn off deflects. Bitsy now running the ball again, which he really shouldn't do, but it's worth 10 yards anyway. Fanny tries another run, and that's worth nothing, as usual. Steve on a something and 9, 2nd and 9, goes 22 yards. Alvin Government there getting a tackle for loss. Leonard drops the ball. Yeah, it's a training game, people, training game. Steve just about scrapes the first down there. Heroic run from the team captain in everything but name, and BDP make it 7-3. 8 plays to go. Hardly the most surprising result you're ever going to see. Dear me, people. Look at it. You're being hunted down. Steve is the fastest man on the team. That is not a good sign. No, that's something I'm going to need to look at. How is Steve? Oh, Doug's not playing. Doug's not playing. Right. Yeah, normally Doug would take care of business like that. Yeah, all right. Even so, it's a bit of a worry. Oh, yeah, certainly a bit of a worry. Steve on the last play of the game. Will he go the distance? I don't think so. No. Horston Saltblock brought him down. Final score, BDP 7, Voodoo Boys 4. Player of the game, Big Steve. Unsurprisingly, his numbers would have been higher if he hadn't kept throwing interceptions. 88 fan points, 172 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns, 13 tackles, 3 tackles for loss and 3 sacks. Bertha Raccoon for the Voodoo Boys with 69 fan points. Pretty good performance. 186 receiving, 1 touchdown, 8 deflections. Pancakes over at the Boo Boo Boys was led by Alvin Government with 26, whereas at Bulldozer Power it was Hank Donk with 55. I've been training you enough, Hank. You should be ready for prime time. We're going to jump to Of City versus Edgy Slum, given that Tobias is busy watching football rather than watching a proper sport. Watching France kick the heck out of Spain. Spain, good team. France, terrifying. That's the did you see that ridiculous display last night, having proofread the who looks pretty good. Of City, the number 1 seed in bad company this season. Edgy Slum waiting for next season, and maybe it will be Spain are winning, yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's 1 point, right? If you're 1 point ahead, it means nothing. The number of games that are won the game has, strictly speaking, ended. And so here's a couple of extra minutes until we get the result that we like. Well, tosh. Yeah. And those minutes are only added on because of people pretending to be injured. In this sport, if they're pretending, there is no pretending to be injured. You're probably dead. Right, anyway. Daphne Teflon for Edgy Slum is first away, and it's a lovely run at a 32-yard gain. Scorpion Ring tries it straight up the middle and it doesn't work. Christy Bolotwink is injured immediately by Evan Carchaser. Tarquin Bangfish has subbed in and is going to be playing runner for us. Well, that's exciting. Yeah, but they haven't got the ball. And that's another injury. Jamie Boyce has been injured by Emmanuel Weathercone, bringing in Marcel LeJams. Crikey, I forgot Marcel plays for Edgy Slum. Yeah. Pritchard Serenity, lovely bit of running, evades all the trouble, all the way to the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Here goes Daff, can't get a block, and is stopped at the line. Scorpion is stopped behind the line, is Marcel, and he's sacked, he fumbles it, but Scorpion's picked the ball up, and he fumbles it as well. So that was all for nothing then. What a heroic effort that ended up with absolutely no result. This is a blessed field, which is probably why Edgy Slum look uncomfortable. They're not used to it. Marcel goes 1 yard, and it's Of City back on it again. Shandy Worthless taking care of business. Gains 39 yards. Andre Dredzor looking for the end zone, and it's Worthless with the touchdown to make it 3-0. There goes Scorpion, 1 yard. Marcel, no yards. All right, back over to the Axemen then. Worthless with a 6-yard gain. That one's gone nowhere. Is Abby Chopstick. And that didn't really go very far either. Edgy Slum are back in, and Daft's gone the right way this time and got a 15-yard gain. Scorpion, no. Scorpion, until someone can block for you, old son. I think you're barking up the wrong tree there. All right, Axemen back in again. And it's Gibby Love Handles with a catch. And a 34-yard gain. Andre Dredzor completes for 3. Chopstick throws. Worthless with the catch and a touchdown to make it 4-0. Daff up the middle goes for 6. Is Scorpion again. And this time he's feeling it. He gains 10 yards. Marcel on 1st and 10 is deflected by Love Handles. Marcel has been completely ineffective since joining the game. Back to the Axemen, because, obviously, Edgy Slum's 2 out of 3 runners not getting it done. And you just kind of go, it's not going to work, is it? And the answer is no, it's not. Pritchard on a 2nd and 6 has the first down, and Moore goes 10 yards. Dredzor is deflected by Ron Bongos, who's getting involved. Abby Chopstick to Dredzor, gets them short of the first down. 3rd and doesn't matter. Touchdown. Axemen. Well, the Axemen have not made it to the final so far, but they've always been a threatening team, and this season it looks like all of the pieces of the puzzle might be coming together. But when the playoffs are here, anything could happen, as Daphne Teflon makes a 27-yard touchdown for Edgy Slum to avoid the shutout. It also means that Daphne Teflon's going to be a little bit quicker. That said, Shandy Worthless is also a little bit quicker, and that's 40 yards. There was an injury in the line there. We'll see who that was. It's Marcel LeJams has been dropped by Emmanuel Weathercone. Bambi Severe has subbed in. Well, I would say it was a heartbreaking loss, but it isn't. No. Yeah. Okay, all right. Scorpion goes 2 yards. Severe with the throw. Competes to bob at Weasel. And as such, has already done more than Marcel did in his opportunity. Daphne with another nice run, gains 18. Scorpion gets 5. Bambi tries running it, doesn't work. Daff round the outside of the line. She's going to get some yards. Another 15 for Daff Teflon. Here's Scorpion. He's trying the same manoeuvre, but he's not that quick. He gains 7. Bambi Severe up the middle. Gets them right close. Come on, Daff, get in there. Daff does not get in there, but Shandy Worthless has been beaten up by Ron Bongos, bringing Hilda Showbiz onto the field. What a loss. No, you don't want your star receiver taking a bit of a knock in the last game of the season before you're heading to the big show. Showbiz gets a 30-yard catch off a pass from Abby Chopstick. There goes Gibby Love Handles. And it's going to be a touchdown. 7-1. Activate sympathy modes. Yeah. Jeff, leave all of the controls alone. I don't even know where the mouse pointer's gone. There we go. Right. There. Right. Good. I am going to yeet you off the desk in mere seconds. You appreciate that, right? Yeah. 3rd and 7 for Edgeslum, and they stall out. The Axemen are back on it. And it's Love Handles again, getting another 34 yards. She's over 200 yards in this game. There goes Daff. Lovely job, Daff. Yeah. Becoming a bit of a Daphne Teflon fan, it has to be said. But Daphne definitely needs blockers. Daphne WTB blockers Teflon. Chopstick deflects and then stops the play. No, never mind. Yeah. Yeah, Hilda Showbiz with a good Showbiz is good. I mean, Hilda Showbiz is not Shandy Worthless and certainly doesn't play both ways with quite the same veracity as Shandy, but still a decent enough receiver. Scorpion's deflected by Showbiz. Car Chaser with a tackle for loss. Showbiz now making a catch on offense. Sack comes in from Mateo Falcone. Abby Chopstick gets them down to the 1 yard line. Axemen, no. Axemen, yes. 10-1 to the Of City Axemen. And that game is done. Put a cork in it. Yeah. Yeah, no. Get out of here. Right. Emmanuel Weathercone, player of the game with 80 fan points. That's 11 tackles, 3 tackles for loss and 2 injuries inflicted. And 46 pancakes. Let's not miss that. Tarquin Bangfish came off the bench and tied for player of the game for Edgeslum, putting up 26 pancakes and 11 tackles. Daff did 170 rushing yards, 1 touchdown, a sack and a deflection. Pancakes at Edgeslum. Yes, it's Tarquin Bangfish with 26. Over at the Axemen, any advance on 40? Yeah, Trellis Cosmic put up 59. Okay. Right, good. Another game done. That one is consequential. That one we've played. This one is non-consequential. Budget are taking on the Lingo Blend All-Stars, who will not be joining us in the post-season. Right. That's all. A budget through. I can't remember if budget are in or out or shaking it all about. Someone look it up for me. Thank you. Right, Harry Snowman for the Roadies gets the first play of the game and gains 4 yards. Joe has slung 20 quid in the bucket. We're going to miss... We'll miss you, Tarquin Bangfish. Facts. Yeah. They're in. They are in. Thank you, Womble. Faith Breather with a lovely bit of running there for Lingo Blend is John the Plum, and he's sacked by Petunia Thrust. Crash Zodiac on 2nd and 12 is deflected by Clamorous Thrapple. Faith Breather has nowhere to throw that one. Thrust with the deflection. Okie dokie. Nominous Sin. Nice piece of running. Fumbles the ball. Well, can't win them all. Hack Murphy, touchdown. And that's his 14th of the year, and it's 1-0 Lingo Blend. Nominous. No. Minus. Henk Vengeance, though, manages to get the first down for Budget there. Harry Snowman chucks a good one. And Beeman Hurricane is 27 yards down the field. Hank Vengeance on 2nd and 11. Terrible throw. Harry Snowman on 3rd and 11 is complete to Beeman Hurricane, who has the first down. Who doesn't have the first down. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong line. Snowman with a deflection. Zodiac throws. It's caught by Larissa Tornado, who fights for 5 yards. But that wasn't enough. But she gets the next catch as well and then fights for 14 more yards, which is enough yards. Faith Breather's got it. And there is not a defender for quite some distance. And Faith gains 45 yards. Zodiac throws and it's intercepted by Nominous Sin. All right, Nominous. First interception of the season. Got cat hair up my nose. Lumpwell has dropped the ball, despite being about as open as it's possible for a player to be. But Vengeance makes a nice piece of a run there, gets 17 yards. Snowman is deflected by Breather. Sin throws. Wells got the catch this time and is inside the 5. Brought down by Hack Murphy. Vengeance to the end zone. Touchdown. 1-all. All right. John the Plum, first down, 14 yards. Zodiac with a throw that is a little off target. Breather throws one away because she's going, what do you mean throw the ball? What are you talking about? Zodiac there makes a catch and gets a first down, but then it's intercepted by Lumpwell, who on a debut game gets a debut interception. Can't be unhappy about that. 3rd and 9. Vengeance is tackled for a loss by Stephen Truckstop. Breather gets a 9-yard run. Zodiac throws. Tornado. Just a lot of faffing around after the catch. That could have worked well, but the faffing certainly didn't help. Still, Lingo Blend moving the ball at the moment. Hack's got another first down. He's over 15,000 yards in his career. Legendary Hack Murphy. 3rd and 1 Lingo Blend, and it's an awful throw, giving Budget the ball back, and they get it to Hurricane immediately, who picks up 23 yards. Sin throws. Hurricane again. Lacking a bit of pace, Beeman Hurricane, but getting some yards out of it, so that counts for something. Counts as some first downs. Lumpwell makes the catch, breaks the tackle, gets 28 yards off the pass from Harry Snowman, and Nominous Sin runs around the outside of the line to make it 2-1 Budget as we hit half-time. John the Plum, 1 yard. Zodiac gets it to Murphy, who has 17. Breather throws, and it's Murphy again with another 15-yard gain. The Plum runs nowhere. Zodiac on 2nd and 9 gets it to Murphy. Well, at least they figured out what to do with the ball. Throw to Hack Murphy, who just got another touchdown. 2-all. Snowman throws. Hurricane with the catch for 16. Nominous up the middle, and it looks like Budget maybe have an advantage in the blocking. If they do, it's minor, and it didn't pay off for them there as they lose possession of the ball, and Murphy is carrying it back the other way. He's not as quick as he used to be, but that was still 53 yards. Sin gets a deflection. 2nd and 10. Zodiac to the end zone for a touchdown. Lingo Blend back in the league. Lingo Blend have only won 1 game this season, but Budget are trying an experimental lineup to see if anybody can do anything. And let's hope that they learn something. Cat hair. Nominous on 2nd and 1. It's another good run. And he's breaking through the tackles. Oh, this is lovely stuff. 38-yard gain for Nominous Sin. Obviously, it only works when the other team can't tackle, and Beeman Hurricane makes it 3-all with the touchdown. There goes Faith. Breaks the initial tackle, but gains 26. Zodiac throws. Plum catch. And business. Okay. Right, Plum, he's caught another one. He's doing the business early. Gains 9 yards. John the Plum on a 2nd and short. He's found Hack, who will score. 4-3. 1 quarter left to play. Snowman, 11 yards. Sin, 3 yards. Vengeance. Still Hank Vengeance. I don't know, is he good? He's averaging 10 yards a go. He's averaging 11 yards a go. Well, yes, but it's not going to hold, no. Is he good? I think he's sort of capable when he gets that initial block. Anyway, Lingo Blend have the ball right now. With 17 plays to go, they could put this one beyond reach. Zodiac throws to Murphy, who takes them into the other half of the fields. Faith is stuffed behind the line. John the Plum to crash Zodiac, who has the first down, to the 10, to the 6. Sure, why not? Zodiac, end zone, Hack Murphy, 4th touchdown of the game. That makes it 5-3 with 12 plays to go. Lingo Blend will almost certainly win this one. You say almost certainly because you do occasionally see... there you go. See, look, there's an interception. No, but it's going the wrong way. All right, never mind then. No, forget I spoke. No, that's it. No. Budget don't have the speed to get back into this game quickly enough. It would have been nice to see Nominous Sin get a couple of touchdowns to be able to juice the Weasel a little bit. Lumpwell, lovely run from Lumpwell on the reception there, 55 yards. Could do it on a turnover here. No, they're not going to. 2 plays to go. That one's in the ground, safest place for it, and Faith is sacked by Virginia Thrust. Final score, Lingo Blend 5, Budget 4. Player of the game, Hack Murphy for Lingo Blend All-Stars. 250 receiving yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pass deflection. Clamorous Thrapple for the Budget Roadies. 33 pancakes, a deflection and a tackle for loss. Pancakes at Budget is Thrapple with 33. Just ahead of Liquid Fury, who had 32, but didn't do anything else, which is why we haven't mentioned them before. Over at Lingo Blend, leading the way there with 23 is Stephen Truckstop. Okay. Yeah, good. Right, where are we going next? I flipping don't know. It's back top half again. Right, consequential game, yes. Non-consequential game, okay. Right. Fairywood Hills taking on the Picks Creek Miners. Yeah, well, I mean, what's his name? Teddy Splitcapper. He's one of our star players of the week this week, so maybe he's going to put on a show for us. Here we go. No yards. All right. Piddly Tippy Toes getting a go, throws it out of Hump Bogus, and that's a 20-yard gain. Zelda Augments with the run, breaking early tackles easily, breaking late tackles easily. Gets 33 yards. Splitcapper throws one, and that's worth 2. Tippy Toes again. Yep, another first down, 11 yards. Augments. Fumbles the ball, but it's Splitcapper who's picked it up, and that's a touchdown, 1-0 Miners. Toe Beans is running for Fairywood, and that's a first down. And there goes Julio. 52 yards. Michael Angelical throws that one. It's got toe beans on the end of it, and that's a touchdown as well. Well, yeah, Fairywood there taking absolutely no time to kind of go, oh, all right, okay, you want to see what we're playing with? Well, I'll show you. Zelda, with a nice run, has avoided being tackled by quite a few players to pick up 31 yards. Splitcapper's hustling as well, and that's a good run. Another 19. Tippy Toes. That's gone nowhere. Augments to the middle of the line is stopped for 1 yard, but Splitcapper gets them the first down. And it's 18 gained. Tippy Toes gains 1. Augments looking to throw. Intercepted in the end zone by Toe Beans. First career interception. He then throws the ball to Julio. And that's a 31-yard get out of trouble pass. Wheelspin Gold throws, and that's another 11-yard gain. Angelical throws. Zooks Galore drops it. Well, you're throwing it to Zooks Galore. That's why you throw it to Julio, or you get out. Wheelspin tries running, and it's only worth 7 yards. So we're back to the Miners again. Score still split, 1-1 at the moment. Bogus with another nice catch. Avoids the couple of tackles there and gains 28. Augments. You know what? Zelda Augments has got that donut crazy vibe going on as Teddy Splitcapper makes it 2-1. There goes Julio. I love Julio. I love both the Julios. There was a short period there where I thought, what's it going to take to get both Julios on my team? Because That would have been... People would just see who was facing them on the other side of the ball and just kind of go, can we admit defeat now? Do we have to play the game first? And you kind of go, no, double Julio. Anyway, what's the score? It's 2-all. Failure would currently have the ball. There's still plenty of game to go. We're not quite ready for the point at which I descend into random colour commentary. I've still got a game to comment on as Julio gets his 41st touchdown of the season. That's not easy. No, it's only a 14-game season and he's got 41 touchdowns. I'm not even certain he's the number one touchdownist of the year. Teddy Splitcapper makes a 30-yard run, 9 carries, 118 yards in the game so far. Argyle Stampede's got a catch and go. And will anyone get him? No. 3-all. All right, Toe Beans. Having a bit of a breakout game, Toe Beans, with a 20-yard gain. Yeah, and he's only played 12 games this season. Impressive stuff. Beans throws. Julio's got it. And Julio's out of here. And... first down on the 1-yard line, but that was a 60-yard gain. It's second and goal. Angelical. And that's Zooks Galore with a touchdown to make it 4-3 Failurewood. And Toe Beans has been injured by Teddy Splitcapper. Oh, what a shame. It would have been good to see if Beans had actually got some... Yes, you may be a starter. But we're not going to get to see that. No. Not in this game, because he's hurt and wounded. Wheelspin Gold managing to break through the line and gets 33 yards for Failurewood, and Julio gets him another touchdown to make it 5-3. Teddy Splitcapper picks up 15. Piddly Tippy Toes throws the ball. Julio with a deflection. Zelda Augments has a 5-yard gain. Splitcapper on third down picks up the first. Tippy Toes now. No. All right. Augments has a good gain and is past the first down line and is now smashing through lightweight defenders to get 33. Splitcapper again gets him a first down on the 2-yard line. Tippy Toes end zone dropped by Bogus. Augments touchdown 5-4. All right. Alejandro Klutz is getting some play. He had a very open running lane there and he picked up 19 yards. Wheelspin throws behind the line and it costs him a couple of yards on that play. Then that one's thrown out of bounds and it's 3rd and 13 and Klutz has got to do it and it's a terrible throw. Back to the Miners again who could equalise with this drive. That's exciting. Well, it's not really because the outcome of this game doesn't affect anything. Argyle Stampede, 15 yards. I mean draft position. Oh, exciting. Zelda augments a 15-yard game. Don't be snippy about the teams that aren't a number 1 seed. You and your one-man team who you've been running very happily for 7 seasons. Shut up. Klutz runs 36 yards. Wheelspin goes nowhere. Angelical overthrew the target there and it falls to Klutz to find someone and he finds Galore but it's not enough for the first down and the Miners have another chance to come in. Tippy Toes nowhere. 3rd and 10. Augments is stopped at the line. Failurewood again with the chance to go ahead. Wheelspin to Angelical. Not quite a first down. Angelical now throwing. Completes to Klutz. They seem to have given up on throwing it to Julio because they've gone, oh no, we wouldn't want to press an advantage. Julio a la carte, touchdown. Spooky. Yeah. Hump Bogus, a good catch and go, 28 yards worth for the Miners as they try and equalise once more. Argyle Stampede also putting in the effort, gains 30 yards. Zelda, good run to the end zone to make it 6-all. 15 plays to go. Well, I mean, what's it going to be? Where's it going to go? Who's going to do it? And why are they going to do it? And when? Anything else? No, that's about it. And will they leave too much time on the clock? Julio gets a 16-yard gain. Klutz with the ball. Is intercepted by Stampede. And Failurewood lose possession with 11 plays left to go. Teddy Splitcapper immediately racking up 24 yards. Tippy Toes is running as well, but can only get 4. Augments doesn't get anything at all. 3rd and 6. And Teddy's going to get the first down. 7 plays left, 45 yards to the end zone. Zelda. No Zelda. Teddy. Yes, Teddy. All right, he's got the first down. 20 yards to go, 4 plays to get there. And Zelda's got the catch and is in the end zone to make it 7-6. And the Miners are going to win it with 3 plays left. Or are they? Well, Klutz just made it to about the 48-yard line. Throw it to Julio. What a waste of time. I'm going to feed the cat because he's hassling me. No, I'm not going to feed the cat. He's got an hour to go. Get off the desk. Go sleep in your box. Right. The final score is Picks Creek 7, Failure 6. Player of the game, Julio Alicart, 276 yards receiving, 19 pancakes, 3 touchdowns, and 2 deflections. Teddy Splitcapper for the Miners is their number 1 with 70 fan points, 225 rushing, 3 touchdowns, 1 tackle for loss, 11 tackles, 1 sack, and an injury inflicted. Pancakes at the Miners, Imp Protein, 67. What? 67 for Imp Protein. Skank Ancestor got 53. That's quite some blocking. Well, if you're going to run the ball, that's what you want. At Failurewoods, Gunter Hazardous also turned... Oh, no, wait, not even. Not Blabber, 66, and Gunter Hazardous, 53. And Still Milkshake, 59. These teams were just like shoving each other over for the entire game. I love it. Yeah, no, sheer violence on the field in this one. But very few injuries. Polite violence, then. Yeah, certainly, why not? Can't do Steganot's Pathfinders because that one's consequential. So it's going to be Port Miggins up against the Cheerio Incorporated. Not a lot on the line in this game. Although, have the Minstrels won the Nobody Wants to Win This division? I forget. Anyway, Cheerio have got the ball, and it's Alan Twerp completing an 11-yarder to get us started. Pitbull runs it for 3. Otto Centrifuge completes the Sanguine Pangs, and that's a 26-yard gain. Alan Twerp is sacked by Mikey Power Tools. Pitbull Jones, and it's dropped by Sanguine Pangs. Otto Centrifuge, Raj Firewall with the catch, but it's not enough for a first down, and we're in the hands of the Pirates. Emmental. No idea who was expected to be there, but they weren't there. Anyway, they're out in 3, and Cheerio are back on. Alan Twerp, 10 yards. Pitbull Jones, no yards. Otto Centrifuge fumbles the ball, and Freddie Two-Beard's got it, and he's outpacing Alan Twerp. That's a good chunk of yards there for Freddie Two-Beard, and there goes Quebec Spire for the touchdown. Pirates 1, Cheerio nothing. All right, Twerp is coming back the other way. It's an 11-yard gain. Pitbull Jones looking to throw is deflected by Calypso Shifter. Kemsteki Jassen with a deflection on that one. And Emmental with a deflection on the third pass. And that's the end of that then. Emmental throws a short one for 4, but it's 3rd and 4. Kemsteki runs quite slowly, but it's enough for a first down, so it doesn't matter. It's not a race. Well, it kind of is. Quebec gets a 21-yard catch, and Emmental's in the end zone. If the Pirates win and Minstrels lose, the Pirates win the division. Okay, well, it's all important for the Pirates, but they do lead this one 2-0 at the moment. But it's still early game, so anyone could do anything, as Pitbull Jones picks up 33 yards. Twerp gets very close to the first down marker, and then Jones is tackled for loss by Mikey Power Tools, and then they're stuffed again. So the Pirates are back in possession. Jassen catching a 9-yarder. Emmental gets them that first down. Didn't have to work too hard for it, which is just well, because it didn't look like he felt like working too hard. Freddie Two-Beard on a good run. Gains 14. Emmental. Another 10. First downs coming left and right, but Alan Twerp's picked the ball off. And that's 10th career interception for Twerp. Cheerio taking back over. They are yet to score in this one, and they fumbled it. Quebec Spire picking it up. And so that gives the Pirates a little bit more possession time. And frankly, if you're ahead, run that clock down. Just run the clock on down there. Calypso Shifter with a good catch is going to get 30 yards. Freddie Two-Beard straight up the middle, gains 3. Emmental gets 1. 3rd and 5, Jason. No. Not a good one. Four-fingered Owls comes up with a sack. That was some matey boy who had to throw it, and it's Raj Firewall who gets a 35-yard reception. Power Tools sacking again, and Owls making another sack. Jones to Pangs, and it's a 21-yard first down. Oh, the Pirates are trailing by 6. No, they can't make it then. Yeah, no, it is the Minstrels who are going to qualify. Jones runs for not a lot. It's 3rd and 8. Cheerio with the ball, trailing by 2 at the moment. Trailing by 1 now. 2-1 is the score. Here come the Pirates again. Freddie Two-Beard goes 8. Emmental gets a 1-yard catch, and then a 3rd and 1, and it's good enough. Emmental's made the reception and has kept hold of it to go 18 yards. Two-Beard, 4 yards. All right. Emmental caught by Quebec for 11 is Jason. There's not a lot in that one. 2nd and 10. Two-Beard throws to the middle of the field and no one's there. Emmental completes, but it's short of the first down. Cheerio are back on again, and they complete to Raj Firewall, who retires after this game. Never had much of a career, Raj Firewall. He's always been around. He's popped in from time to time, but he's never been good enough to be a starter for anyone he's played for. Just a bridesmaid, never the starting player. That's one of those things. 3rd and 4, Emmental Helmets getting the first down. Pirates moving the ball. Jason is sacked by Trenton Trinity. And Trenton Trinity then gets injured by Mikey Powertool. Salvatore Rambunctious has subbed in. Alan Twerp has the ball for Cheerio. Throws it. It's picked off by Emmental, who takes it all the way to the house. It's now 4-1. Yeah. When I started that story about Raj Firewall, it was 2-1. It's now 4-1. And Raj has got another catch for 27 yards. Otto Centrifuge goes 1. Alan Twerp. It's Firewall again. Calypso's having a bit of trouble guarding a Minotaur. Spooky. Yeah. Pitbull Jones runs 9 yards. Cheerio looking for another touchdown. Pitbull then drops the ball. Well, that's a mistake. Kofi Molotov gets the sack. Then the drive is stopped within sight of glory. Emmental Helmet throwing a short one there. Jasso's got the catch, and it's a first down for 17 yards. Jasso throws. Quebec has the catch, and that one's 20 yards worth. Freddie Two-Beard takes all day to then decide to throw it out of bounds. Emmental with a 7-yard run, and it's intercepted. Alan Twerp's done it again, but with only 16 plays left in the game, I think Cheerio may have left it a little late. Pitbull gets not a lot. Is Centrifuge, and that's dropped by Pangs, and that's the end of that drive and the end of any chance of recovery or redemption or reimbursements or anything. All right, bad throw. Yeah, come on, do something good. That's a bad throw. 3rd and 10. Well, Centrifuge has decided to scramble with it, but he only got 4 yards. Here goes Freddie Two-Beard. Freddie Two-Beard, is he good? Yes, but I don't think he's there yet. He's a young player. He's like 2 seasons in or something like that. I think Freddie Two-Beard has got a lot more to show us, but at the moment, he doesn't want to. Yeah. This might be Raj Firewall's best ever career game. 7 catches for 155 yards. But as mentioned, it was his last game. Final score, Port Miggins 4, Cheerio 1. Player of the game, Mikey Flippin' Power Tools with 73 fan points, 44 pancakes, 2 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and an injury inflicted. For Cheerio Incorporated, Alan Twerp with 38 fan points. Not a lot of yards. Get off. 2 interceptions. Sorry, cat intervention there. He doesn't learn. No. What we're looking at, pancakes at Cheerio. Yes. Troy Oktoberfest. No. Indecent Gary with 37. Okay, that's pretty good. And then over at Port Miggins, Power Tools 44, Owls 46, Kofi Molotov 44. It's a good line. It is a good line. Right. Okay. Next. That was some Pirates, that one. Okay, let's go Volcamoose versus Sports Ball Union. Because again, this is not one that is particularly impactful. Volcamoose already going to the playoffs. Sports Ball missing out this season, I think. Pretty certain. Yeah. Volcamoose. The only team in the league who doesn't trade. Yeah. And the team that keeps getting to the playoffs because they've got Chris Biscuit. Yeah, it's that simple. Anyway, Sports Ball are up first. They've got a third and short. Lexington Smooth is deflected by Erlen Dickberg. And Dickberg's now got a catch. And it's a 29-yard gain off Vikings pass. And there's an interception. Low-grade Mo's picked it off, and we're back with Sports Ball. Chip Paragraph, no. Valerie Hammock throws a short one, a flirty gumshoe. That's worth 5 yards. Lexington Smooth to Chip Paragraph is a 16-yard gain and a first down. Paragraph then throws one away. Here's Hammock, and he's stuffed at the line. And Smooth can't get anywhere either. Back to the Vikings. I beg your pardon, the Saints. It's because they've got Viggy the Viking playing for them. Yeah, I know. Krempinquist throws slop Ridges. And that's a first down, 29 yards gained. Viking, end zone, Ridges, touchdown. 1-0 Volcamoose. Hunkerdome comes up with a sack. Hammock can't go anywhere. This running game's not going to work. No, the centre of the line has a very, very large tree person in it. It's another interception. Low-grade Mo's picked up the second pick-off of the game. Chip Paragraph making some good mileage there. A 30-yard run. And then they fumble it. And Ridges has recovered, and the Saints take back over. Viking gets 1. Hunkerdome gets another 6. 3rd and 3. Inquisitor completes to Viking, who has the first down. Viking now with the ball. Hunkerdome catch, go, 13. All right. Dickberg. Good catch. And it's a touchdown for Erlen Dickberg. 150th career touchdown for Erlen Dickberg. Not bad at all. Erlen Dickberg's a goblin receiver. That is an unusual combination. It works though, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Chris Biscuit's second sack of the game. Lexington Smooth throws. It's deflected by Inquisitor. And the Saints are back on. And there goes Dickberg again. 17 yards gained. Spangles Hunkerdome up in the middle. And Spangles has got a turn of flipping speed, as well as the usual levels of evasion. That's 44 yards. Inquisitor to Dickberg, touchdown. Oh dear. And it's a blessed field as well. Yeah, that's not what you want to see. No, it really isn't. Valerie Hammock fights for 8 yards. And on a 3rd and 2, Smooth can get nothing. Viking throws. Ridges with the catch. Mo makes a tackle after 31 yards. Hunkerdome throws it out of bounds. Inquisitor on 2nd and 10 is nothing. Viking is deflected by Flirty Gumshoe. Nice defending from Sports Ball, but they do still trail by 3, and their offense is misfiring all over the shop. As Lexington gets a first down, 17 yards gained. Chip Paragraph goes 2. Is Val Hammock gets 1. Smooth again is stuffed at the line. Yeah. I mean, Demetrius Gafford is not terrible. Dickberg with the catch. Breaks a tackle from Flirty Gumshoe, but he slowed considerably. Still worth 42 yards. Hunkerdome. Good piece of running. Gains 14. And at half-time, it's 3-0 to the Saints, and they have the ball again. Mo with the deflection. Viking in the end zone. Ridges, touchdown. 4-0. Methinks the sympathy mode may be enabled, but sympathy mode is only ever enabled now when we hit 35 plays remaining. And only when I think that the result is a foregone conclusion. Okay. Yeah. Right. Hammock completes to Smooth on a 2nd and 8. And Smooth does something useful for a change and runs it for 25 yards. Deflection there by Viking. Paragraph. Good effort. 5 yards. Hammock on 3rd and 4. Touchdown, Flirty Gumshoe. They pulled one back. Lovely job. Dickberg drops the ball. Hunkerdome runs it 1. Here comes Inquisitor. And it's Dickberg with the catch. And that one's worth 32. Inquisitor with a 5 out of 6 completion rate in this game. Dickberg catches another 13 yards. He's over 2,000 yards receiving this season, which you're going to go, oh, that's a meaty number. You kind of go, it's only okay. I mean, it's good, right? It's not stellar. No, you've got to look elsewhere if you want to see a stellar receiving number. It's over 3,000. Is it over 3,000? It is. I think Julio's got most of those. Low-grade Mo makes a nice catch, though. Gets 34 yards. It's 5-1. Saints are winning. Gumchew with a good catch and go. Gets them to the 5-yard line. Sportsball looking for a second score. Will they find it? Yes. Gumchew. 3rd touchdown of the season. She'll be delighted. But there's 1/4 of play left and they're trailing by 3 in this one. And at the moment, they don't seem to have found an answer for the Volcamoose Saints. Erlen Dickberg catches for 26. Viking. Still Viking. Gets 9 yards. Spangles on a 2nd and very short. Can't do anything with it. 3rd and short. Kremp Inquisitor. And it's deflected by low-grade Mo, who already has 2 interceptions in this game. Paragraph. Hammock. Smooth. Now, this is not random words that help you find somewhere on a map. No. This is, this is action commentary as Valerie Hammock puts in a powerful run for 11 yards and then Slot Ridges gets a sack. Paragraph can't do anything. It's 3rd and 10. And the dream is dead. Final score is going to be something Saints and then Sportsball 2. Is it? Oh, no. Well, it would have been if Dickberg hadn't just dropped the ball. We might get another Sportsball touchdown here. Will we? We might. Will we? 4 plays to go. No, we won't. Okay. Viggy the Viking runs the ball on 1st down, picks up 8 yards. Spangles Hunkerdome 2nd and 2. And that was intercepted by low-grade Mo. 3 interceptions in a game. Good performance. 5-2, the final score. And the Sportsball looking forward to next season. Low-grade Mo, 67 fan points, is your player of the game with not a lot of offense. 3 interceptions, 2 deflections. Right. Okay. And then for the Saints, it's Chris Biscuit. Well, no, really? 59 fan points, 42 pancakes, 16 tackles, 2 sacks. Pancakes at Volcamoose, 42 by Chris Biscuit, which is actually quite low for him. He's usually at least 50, if not more. Sportsball's number 1 pancakerer is Vlad the Impaler with 26, just ahead of Crystal Lemonade, who had 25. Whew, yeah, exciting times. Well, let's do Minstrels Grazer Ridge. I'm bouncing around like a mad thing. Minstrels, I think, are already through. Grazer Ridge, I think, are not. Although they've got 6 and 4. Grazer Ridge out of the potentials? I don't know. I mean, if this didn't have to come around every single week, I'd write all this stuff down. I'd have a producer who would write all this stuff down and would tell me when the time comes. Olive Sunflower with a nice run on the first play of the game, though, making Grazer Ridge look good. That's 24 yards. Mikey Ultra to Joe Stein baffled for another 27. Patly Duplicitous is only a 1-yard game, but Baffled's got a catch again, and that's a touchdown. Grazer Ridge, quick score. Kermit Clinton throws to Gillian Void Monkey, who's going to disappear up the field, fighting to stay on the screen. 60-yard gain. Randy Flappins up the middle for 2. Here's Yorick Fassbender, sacked by Pat Duplicitous, 3rd and 12. Clinton. Yep, throws it to Dremon Winsock for the touchdown. All right. Well, in which case, a win, if you're out already, failure, a win in this one is good stuff, because the end of season training boost does slightly favour teams with a better record. Pat Duplicitous, lovely bit of running, 15 yards. Olive Sunflower somehow snuck past danger and gained 10. Mikey Ultra putting in some effort there, picks up 4. Duplicitous again, and I don't know what's wrong with the Minstrels line, but they're doing nothing. Yeah. They're just not. They're incredibly porous, and that looks like a hefty big line as well, as Pat Duplessis makes it 2-1. Clinton throws a short one. Flappins is going to gain a few on the ground, or not, as the case may be. Fassbender's looking for a fast lad, but he can't find one, so that's the end of the drive. What the heck is that guy's name? I don't know. We'll hope he gets a catch again. Joe Stein Baffle catches a 5-yarder as Grazer Ridge take over. There you go. It's Boot Groggy. What? Who? I don't know. Apparently he plays. Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Minstrel's in possession. There's Void Monkey. She's already downtown, and she's going to go a little bit further downtown into the area of town one shouldn't necessarily venture into alone. An 80-yard touchdown. Why bother working for it? You know, you don't need to work for it. You're just going to go, and it's gone. This is why it's worth drafting the fastest player, even if they're rubbish at everything. Because on a good day, they will be a long way past whoever's covering them, and you'll just be able to go, laters, and it's an 80-yard touchdown. You might feel cheap about it, but it doesn't seem to upset Vectrix too much. Thank you. Right, who's got the ball? Minstrels have got the ball. At the moment, the Minstrels lead it 3-2. Randy Flappin's another nice run. That's worth 22 yards. Fassbender throws. Winsock's got the catch. Touchdown. 40 yards on the play. And the Minstrels are up 4-2. Mikey Ultra trying a bit of power running there. He's got 5 carries for 4 yards in the game. So I'll let you know how the power running is going. In fact, you can work it out for yourself. There goes Void Monkey. Touchdown. Another 46-yard touchdown there for Gillian Void Monkey. Olive Sunflower running for 13. Mikey Ultra's now got 6 carries for 5 yards. It's not going that well. No. What the heck is that dude's name? Is it Boot Groggy? If so, I've never heard of them. Yep, it's Boot Groggy. I don't know, that's one of mine. If it was, I was having a really bad day at naming people. Yeah. I mean, Boot I could definitely use as a first name. Groggy I could definitely use as a surname, but it would be unlike me to put the two together. Pat Duplessis touchdown, and Grazer Ridge have pulled one back. 5-3 the current score, but they've got to be able to stop these speedy opposing players from doing this. That's 57 yards for Dremon Winsock. Fassbender sacked by Duplicitous. Clinton throws to nobody. Flappins, though. That's an injury. Olive Sunflower's down. Injured by Dremon Winsock. Melvin Glitch has subbed in. Oh, good old Melvin Glitch. 6-3. Minstrels. Yeah. Duplicitous has fumbled it. And it's been picked up by Randy Flappins. Okay, yeah. All right, Melvin Glitch getting involved, got a yard. Well, let's not all get carried away at once. Here's Duplicitous again. Well, that's 22 yards gained there. 11 carries for 98 yards in the game. Melvin Glitch with a nice run gets 13. Mikey Ultra throws. It's caught by Boot Groggy. Boot Groggy. Boot. Yorick Fassbender has been beaten up by Pat Duplistus. Fingers Vectrix has subbed in. Just when you thought it couldn't get any faster, they brought in Legs himself. Flappins is running, gets 11 yards. There goes Vectrix. He's doing his best, but he could only get 1 yard there. He went backwards and forwards about half a dozen times, but there was no hole to run into, and therefore he ran into a player instead. A 60-yard catch for Dremon Winsock. Randy Flappins picks up 7. Vectrix, touchdown. 199 career touchdowns for Fingers Vectrix. Joining the 200 club is... you got to be pretty special to get to 200 touchdowns. PT Bone Hermit. The Bone Hermit would have been good. Bone Permits, not quite a... Gillian Void Monkey, touchdown. Right. Yeah, it was a sack anyway. Duplistus, 1 yard. 14 carries, 124 in this game. That's all right. Mikey Ultra, 12 carries now for 21 yards. Probably still rushing. You probably should give that up. Randy Flappins, 7 carries for 77. He could probably do a little bit more of it. There goes Void Monkey again. Probably get caught, but it's still 45 yards. 6 catches for 278 yards. That's sick. That should be outlawed. 6 plays left in this one. The Minstrels will not be caught, and we will not have a team with a losing record in the playoffs. It looked like there would be, but not this season, as the Minstrels managed to get themselves a winning record. Yeah, winning the division with a negative record. I mean, that shows that the division is very competitive within itself. Because you can get 6 wins by just beating your opponents in your division. Final score, Minstrels 10, Grazer Ridge 4. Dremon Winsock is player of the game, only just though. 81 fan points, 232 receiving, 4 touchdowns, 2 deflections, 1 injury. Pat Duplicitus for Grazer Ridge, 79 fan points, 159 running, 3 touchdowns, 3 sacks, 1 deflection and an injury. Pancakes at Grazer Ridge, it's 29? 29 for PT Bone Permit. Okay? Right. Yeah, that's a name, apparently. That actually does sound like one of mine. Whereas over at the Minstrels, Norman Speedboat with 40. I'll leave you looking at that. I'm going to get the cat out of here, otherwise he will continue to annoy me. Come on. Let's go. Move it, move it, move it. We return. Right then. Okay. Yeah. Who's next? Well, it's sat right here. I think the Fun Bus needs to win. Either way, Toy Masters Fun Bus. Let's get them going. Let's make it happen. Does it look like starters all round? Yeah. Yeah, it does look like starters all round. You love to see it. All right. Okay, here we go. All right, it's going to be the Fun Bus who starts off. It is a beautiful day for some Brutalball. And it's going to be Colt Rhombus showing us what he's made of. But it is quite a formidable line at the Toy Masters. Dark Mode Enya on 2nd and 10 is deflected, apparently. Felicia Wintercoat keeps it on the ground. Good piece of running. Gets 21 yards. A sack comes in from Kit Katz. Enya throws and there's no one there to catch it. Wintercoat, can she do it again? Yes, maybe? Oh, dragged back over the line again. Not quite a first down. All right, what have the Toy Masters got for us? Carp Volume with the throw is caught by Sahara Dawn, who's going to grab a bunch of yards, eventually shoved out of bounds after 39. Volume again breaks half a tackle, gains 12. Michael Poems is sacked by Wintercoat. Here's Volume. Touchdown Johanna U-turn. 1-0 Toy Masters. Colt Rhombus runs for 4. Dark Mode Enya is sacked by Kit Katz. Yeah, potential imbalance there in terms of blocking, but Dark Mode Enya's got the catch, and that's 25 yards for the first down. Rhombus throws. It's Enya with the catch again. This short passing is working at the moment, or it certainly worked a couple of times. Whether it continues to do so or not, that's a terrible interception. That was a bad pass all day. Enya throws an absolute clunker, and it's picked off by Kenny Respect. And I only say that because there were 3 opposing players guarding one Funbusian and threw it that way anyway. Just a terrible throw. I could see it coming. I just went, don't throw it over there. And she threw it over there. And it was rubbish. Anyway, Toy Masters charging. Michael Poems completes the Sahara Dawn for another touchdown to make it 2-0. Colt Rhombus throws a late pass to Felicia, and that's worth 8. Enya is sacked by Johanna U-turn. Wintercoat on 3rd and 4, can't get past the line. Back over to the Toy Masters. That one goes nowhere. Poems. And that one doesn't get much further. It's only 4 yards volume, and it's dropped by Sahara Dawn. Okay, Colt, Rhombus, a 13-yard gain. Ed Big Mother has been injured by claw scratchboard. That is the fun bus very much in trouble now. Ed was their number 1 blocker, and now the tide doors may open. RR Trash Can coming up with a sack. 3rd and goal for the Toy Masters, and Respect's going to try and run it in, and he can't quite get there. But the fun bus no longer has blocking. Flash Bandit makes a 28-yard catch for them. Enya is stuffed behind the line. Wintercoat manages to break 1 tackle and gets him a 3rd and very short. Rhombus is stuffed at the line. Kenny Respect to Sahara Dawn, and Sahara's picking up a good few yards. A few more yards. Let's call it a touchdown. A 60-yard gain. Colt Rhombus completes to Luther Pendragon, who's getting involved. Enya sacked by Dave Caustic. Wintercoat is deflected by Michael Poems. Rhombus tries to run, and he's stuffed behind the line for a loss by Kit Katz. Sahara Dawn with another good catch. That's worth 27. Poems deflected by Enya. His volume on 2nd and 10. And that one is Sahara again. Very hard to bring down. 4-0 Toy Masters. Pendragon with a catch gets 16 off the pass from Rhombus. Enya throws a 7-yarder. Half-time rolls around, and the Fun Bus are trailing 4-0. Fun Bus need to win this to be sure of getting into the playoffs. If they lose and Colonel Space Agency come up with a win, they will be denied at the final hurdle, probably. Colt Rhombus, a nice piece of running, gets the 1st down. Is Dark Mode Enya. Completes to Felicia Wintercoat. And that's a 16-yard gain. Wintercoat now with the ball. They're just not getting enough chunk yardage plays. They're in sight of the end zone, but they go out on a 3rd and 8, and the Toy Masters are back into it again. Yeah, this is a very one-sided line game. Sahara Dawn makes the catch, and it's worth 41 yards. Carp Volume throws. Johanna U-turn disappears for a touchdown. 5-0. All right, Rhombus is deflected by Poems. Enya can't get anywhere. Wintercoat completes to Pendragon, who picks up 20 yards. Rhombus is sacked by Kit Katz. Enya runs the ball, gains only 2 yards. 4 carries for 1 yard in this game as Pendragon gets another catch, but it's brought down by a gnome. Dear me. Yeah, I mean, you can't be happy with that. No. Funbus now looking for a consolation score. Flash has got a catch finally, and they've got to the 4-yard line. Rhombus, bad throw. Enya on 2nd down. And it's a touchdown to Colt Rhombus to make it 5-1. There goes Sahara with another good catch. That's worth 21. Michael Poems is sacked by Apex Manticore. A nice piece of work there from the Fun Bus line, beleaguered though they be. Respect throws, and it's a 9-yard gain. Not enough for the 1st down. And Rhombus has finally got past the line of scrimmage and gets a 30-yard run. He makes a catch on the next play, and that's worth 7. Wintercoat completes to Enya, and that's another 1st down. This looks like a game plan switch up from the Fun Bus. And then they throw an interception, so, well, whatever. Yeah, 18 plays to go. Toy Masters can quite easily run the clock out now as Sahara gains 31. Poems is deflected by Pendragon. That one's gone out of bounds, so it doesn't really matter. You could say it was deflected by the ground or by gravity. Rhombus throws. Wintercoat drops the ball. It's like they know the dream's dead. And Claw Scratchboard intercepts the ball. You know that it's not happening when a fat lineman makes an interception because your pass is so lackluster. There's a forced fumble. Whatever. Yeah. And you throws it rather than give up the safety. Wintercoat, though, gives up the safety to make it 6-1. And has the fun left the bus? It might well have done. You do not rule KSA out. I mean, KSA don't have an easy game. They're playing Erg Melonflex, but I rather suspect that the Chroniclers have put in a youth team since they are already heading into the playoffs in good position. Whew. Final score, Toymaster 6, Funbus 1. Kit Kat's player of the game with 108 fan points. That is a career high. 23 pancakes, 1 touchdown, 15 tackles, 1 tackle for loss and 8 sacks. Huge. For the Funbus, Felicia Wintercoat, 34 fan points, 122 passing, and a sack. Oh, good. Pancakes for the Funbus was Umbriel Lafferty with 22. For the Toy Masters, 42 for Claw Scratchboard. Okay, not a massive game for Scratchboard, but 42 is certainly, it's a good number. Yeah, right. What have we not played yet? That's our game of the week, KSA up against Erg Melonflex. Right, okay. Beekeeper Shady Palms is consequential. Sea Raiders Medics, we'll do that one next. I just want to see if there's anyone else left. And then Pathfinder Stegonos. Right, okay, fine. Sea Raiders are up against the Medics. Medics, brand new coach at the helm. And as you can tell, they've got some big shoes to step into. The Medics having amassed no wins this season because their team is not there at all. But a new change of policy may lead to a new system of results. Anyway, Spock Bumston sacked on the first play, stopped at the first play of the game. Agility Bumrake with a nice run is still going. Nice piece of running, 24 yards. Anubis Python completes to Dragon Turgidov for a 15-yard first down. Bumson runs for nothing. You know he's not very good, right? Anubis Python can not get very far at all. There's an injury on the field already, and it's Spock Bumson. Good, get rid of him. Is taken out by Big Rod McGurk. Tone Penta has subbed in. Who knows? Bumrake runs for 2. Python completes to Turgidov. The Raiders couldn't get anywhere. Turgidov, lovely piece of running. A 44-yard gain. Tone Penta touchdown. 1-0 Medics. Hugo Blowfish completes a pass to Mike Heimlich. Mike's last game. One of the OG All-Stars in the league, and it's his last game. Hugo Blowfish getting a catch. I don't know why the Raiders are passing so much. Could be because they're playing in fair weather for a change, so they can actually see. Heimlich runs for not a lot. 3rd and 6, Paul Crapwhistle completes to Mutant Lip Balm, but it's not enough. Here comes Bumrake, and he's sacked by Paul Dagger. Anubis Python gains 2 yards. Tone Penta looking for a target is intercepted by Hugo Blowfish. Blowfish throws, and that's worth 9. Heimlich gets the first down, gets the touchdown. Oh, on his last game, getting a touchdown. Old Mikey Heimlich getting it done. 1-1 is the score. Python is currently running rather well and has fumbled the ball, so he wasn't running that well at all. Big Rod McGurk's picked it up and taken the Raiders all the way to the 6. Heimlich catches a 2-yarder. He then runs it all the way down to the no yards at all line, and Crapwhistle makes it a touchdown to be 2-1. Bumrake with a throw goes nowhere. Python is sacked by Mutant Lip Balm. Tone Penta is deflected by Hugo Blowfish, and we're back with the Sea Raiders again. Heimlich is making it look difficult. Gains 7 yards. Paul Crapwhistle, all the room to run into, and that's worth 20. Blowfish is looking to throw. Leaves it a bit long, and Sabutio Bongos makes a deflection. Heimlich gets 5. It's 3rd and goal. Crapwhistle, touchdown, 3-1. Bumrake, no. Python, yes. Caught by Tone Penta, who's racked up 30 yards. Penta now running the ball. Has enough pace to get 1, but then runs into linebacker traffic immediately. 3rd and 6, Python. First down. Good work. Penta to Bongos. and that's a 9-yard gain. Second and short. Bumrake's got them the first down. This is a little bit more promising from the Medics, but it's another team where you kind of go, you could do with some big yardage, because you don't. Sometimes, I've got you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Bumrake touchdown, 3-2. Sometimes you can sense from a team that they have the kinds of players that can grind out. This is a hell of a run from Hugo Blowfish. Yeah, that was 65 yards on the ground. Impressive stuff. That you can tell that they could grind out 7, 8, 9 yards every time they get the ball, and no one is going to stop them. And you kind of go, yeah, they won't score a huge amount, but they're going to score pretty much every time they get the ball. Other teams, you kind of go, if they screw up this one play, that's a drive over. Yeah. Anyway, Agility Bumrake runs for 1 yard. It's third and short. Python gets them the first down. Bumson moving the ball all right at the moment. That's a 10-yard gain. Penta is deflected by McGurk. Bumrake has got nothing going. Python on 3rd and 10 sacked by Big Rod McGurk. And we're back with the Raiders again. Heimlich throws. It's Darkness Albright with the catch for 23 yards. Pull crap whistle. Had a well-open player downfield. I know Sabutio Bongos downfield there, who had a good 10, 15 yard separation. But, I mean, I saw it. No, but these tiddly quarterbacks didn't. Penta completes to Bumrake as Bumpson take back over again. Here comes Python. Another nice run. 18 yards. Okay. Yeah, Bumrake on 2nd and 11. Keeps hold of the ball, picks up 2. Python on 3rd and 8 is stopped after just 2 yards, and the Sea Raiders are back on. Mutant Lip Balm makes the catch. Breaks that first tackle. Sabutio Bongos takes 69 yards to catch up in order to make the tackle. And then Darkness Albright's in for the end zone for the touchdown to make it 5-2. Bumrake goes 7 yards. Python deflected by Mikey Heimlich. Tone Penta deflected by Paul Dagger. And we're back to the Sea Raiders again, and there goes Lip Balm. And it's a touchdown. Bongos is so slow. Holy mackerel. Yeah. It's just it's very bad combination, but she made a catch there for 19. So, you know, don't be too mean. I'd be less mean if she was doing any flipping good. Dragon Turgidov, that's the dude. You want to use him more. 21-yard gain. 3 catches for 80 yards. That'll do it. Bumrake makes a good catch, breaks a tackle, and is down at about the 2.5-yard line. Bumrake then gets him a smidge closer. Python on 2nd and goal. Touchdown Medics to make it 6-3. And it's an interception from Zune Lampoon, the team captain, going, we're not done yet. Bumrake deflected by Albright. And Bumrake is got him a 3rd and short. Penta, touchdown, 6-4. Well, I mean, they haven't got time, and so it's very unlikely the Medics can pull this one back again. But it's nice to see they've sort of kept it close-edge. The real thing with a new coach, though, is has this given any insight into the players who might be starting for the team next season, and it's not Spock Bumson because he's rubbish. Yeah, well, he certainly shouldn't be playing runner, ever. 7-4 Sea Raiders. Bumrake runs for 5. It comes Python. Nothing there. Penta. Good run. And that one's worth 12. Bumrake running again. Picks up another 7. Python goes nowhere at all. 3rd and 2. Tone Penta. And that was the last play of the game. Final score, Bongolia Sea Raiders 7. Bumson Medics 4. And Mutant Lip Balm is player of the game with 59 fan points, 182, receiving 2 touchdowns, 13 tackles, 1 sack. Sabutio Bongos is player of the game for the Bumson Medics with no yards but 22 pancakes and 2 passes deflected. Pancakes overall at the Medics. Yeah, Gaz sideboard with 23, but he had a real stinker of a game. For Bongolia, Paul Dagger, yeah, probably. No, Stein Henryberg, 56 pancakes, and then Paul Dagger with 48. Yeah. Be careful with Bongolia. They're gradually putting together quite a beefy-looking line. We don't know who's going to replace Mikey Heimlich yet, but they might be they might be good. Yeah. Okay. Right. Where should we go now? What have we got left? Have we got just games that matter remaining? Looks that way. Okay. Right. We'll start Beekeepers Shady Palms. Obviously, the Beekeepers looks like they're running kids in order to get them some training. The Palms are probably in the playoffs, but I think they're guaranteeing it with a good result here. Is it the first winless season? I don't think so. I think we've had another team with 0 wins before. Anyway, Jovial runs it for 8. Miguel Jupe doesn't contribute. Trevor Fang's on 3rd and 1. And it's a good first down run. This is a foggy game. So teams thinking of passing should probably have read the weather report. Miguel Jupe runs for 15. Trevor Fang's thought about passing and then runs straight ahead. And so far, running straight ahead appears to be working as Jovial makes it 1-0 Palms. Turbo Pump gets a catch off Red Thistles, and then there's an interception. Clarent Budgie has picked the ball off, and the Palms are having another go. All right, and Jovial's running all the way to the house. 35 yards. Kathy Glowpad has been injured by Slim Armageddon. Hippie Impact has subbed in, because that'll help. I think this might be Hippie Impact's last ever game opportunity as well, as Jovial runs in for another one, and the Beekeepers are going, tackling. I recognise the word, but what does it mean? What's it all about? I don't know what's it for, as Jovial breaks another all the tackles and gains 21 yards. Miguel Jupe thinks about passing, gives up on the idea, goes for 5. Trevor Fangs picks up 5 for a first down, and Jovial's in again. 4-0, Shady Palms, 21 plays gone. And it's intercepted again. Miguel Jupe will take that to the house. That'll be 5-0 with 23 plays gone. Okay. Yeah. I think we might be using the sympathy button in this one, lads. Anyway, Hype LaGuardia, beg your pardon, makes a good run. And again, go on, son. And is then injured by Slim Armageddon. Ethan Hogwash has subbed in. Sure. I see you thought you might have a go at playing well. I don't think so. Palms back in possession once more. And Trevor Fangs goes straight up the middle for 19 yards. Jovial now, round the outside of the line. Runs past opposing players as though they aren't there. And is down at the 1-yard line. Miguel Jupe, not quite. Trevor Fangs throws for a touchdown. Oh, that's just dirty. Kind of going like, yeah, no, we'll just throw this one. Yeah, we've done running touchdowns. Ethan Hogwash with a nice run for the Beekeepers, gets 26. Guy One Star gets 4 yards. Red Thistles gets 1. Ethan gets them the first down. Okay. Here comes Guy One Star, who played an absolute stinker last week, but obviously the training will help. It might. Hogwash fights all the way for a first down there. That was impressive. He got knocked back at least 2 yards and still managed to get a first down. It's 3rd and 6. Here he goes again. Not this time, you don't. And Turbo Pump has been injured by Clarent Budgie, bringing in Rolf Henchucker, as Jovial is now just wandering off into the fog. Gains 53 yards. He's got 10 carries for 214 yards, and it's not half-time yet. No. Yeah. Jovial's going again. Yeah. That's another 18. Miguel, touchdown, 7-0. Well, it's half-time, and Shady Palms have got a very small lead at the moment, which they'll be trying to hang on to. It's close. It's close to Ethan Hogwash. Great piece of running, 29 yards. But he is fundamentally the only player on the team to have turned up. Thistles, no. Tackled for a loss by Julio Lobster. There goes Ethan again. Yep. He's going, I'm carrying the entire team on my back. Guy One Star gets another 3 yards. It goes Thistles. Red Thistles should not be No. It's a touchdown for the Beekeepers. They got one. Jovial gets only 8 yards, and now the Beekeepers are going to swing back into action and suddenly win it. No chance. No. Jovial goes 4 yards. Here goes Miguel Jupe. That's a 5-yard gain. Trevor Fangs on a 3rd and short. First down. And that's all the tackle has fallen over. Seriously, Ezra Custard there, chasing him down after 40 yards. Still couldn't make the tackle. All right, it's 35 left. I think we can go sympathy mode. Yeah. All right, well, that puts the Palms into the playoffs. Good stuff, Shady Palms. It will be interesting to see how far they can progress. Palms haven't made the playoffs before, or have they? I don't think they have. This might be a debut appearance for Shady Palms in the playoffs, and they're in pretty good shape. Can they win it all? Depends who gets knocked out along the way. Yeah, it is. It is a first appearance for Shady Palms in the playoffs, and a favourable result. The only team they really don't want to play from Fail Brigade is me. Even though I think we went one each way this season, or did I beat them twice? Don't know. But either way, I get knocked out by the most random of teams. So who knows? We won't play each other in the first appearance, though. They're going to end up with a good enough record that won't happen. Beekeeper scored again at some point, but it's not going to affect the end result, not even slightly. Trevor Fangs, 8 carries for 142 yards. That's not bad. Yeah. I mean, if I have a bad game, my team falls apart. It just happens. The Beekeepers there made a goal line defence. Ethan Hogwash is having one of his best games in a long time. Guy One Star is actually playing better than he did last week. Anyway, the final score is Shady Palms 9, Beekeepers 2. Player of the game, Jovial Impairment, 75 fan points, 350 rushing, 6 touchdowns, no defending at all. Yeah, okay, never mind. At the Beekeepers, Ethan Hogwash, 32 fan points, 189 rushing, 2 touchdowns, no defence at all. Fine, if that's how it's going to be. Pancakes for the Beekeepers. Manfred Textures managed to get 40. Over at Shady Palms, Slim Armageddon put up 62. That's pretty good going. Okay, right. 2 games left? I think there's 2 games left. That's our final game, which will mean this is our penultimate game. Steganauts taking on the Pathfinders. I don't know how this impacts things now, given that Shady Palms just qualified. They got themselves a wildcard spot. Yeah. Pathfinder's breakout season, can they hang on to it? Hate Blender's playing. Ooh, goody. He is Hate Blender. If you don't follow the statisticals behind the game, Hate Blender is the most violent player in the game, but so far hasn't really lived up to it. Martin Slug with a great throw for the Pathfinders. Yellow Fang's going to break for a bunch of yards. Georgie Cohn's closing in. 62-yard gain. Lionel Goat throws. Pope Lorenz touchdown. Well, that's a way to start. Yeah. Pretend Honey Bear completes the Taylor Cram. Eric Marsupial's been injured for the Steganauts. Tiffany Hooverbag doing the damage. Painful Grinding has subbed in. Ulysses Failure gets him a first down as the Steganauts look to try and put another score on the board. Steganauts not going to the playoffs this season, so this is very much a give some of the kids a game and see if we can learn some things. Anyway, 3rd and 11 for the Pathfinders, and it's deflected by Pretend Honeybear. Honeybear then throws as the Steganauts take back over, and Georgie Combs has got a good lead and a good number of yards. 42 yards gain. Tyler Cram running the ball, runs straight through Yellow Fang and others to score a 19-yard touchdown. It was a good run. Martin Slug with the scores at 1-1. 3rd and 5 for Lionel Goat is sacked by Santino Bananas. Santino the Violence Bananas. Several people have equalled Santino's kill record, but none have beaten it yet, which is why he is the person with the record. Thank you. Anyway, Georgie Cones just dropped the ball because he does that, and the Pathfinders are back in possession, but it's still 1-1 at the moment. 3rd and 9, Goat, sacked by Ulysses, failure. Steganauts take back over. Honey Bear throws, dropped by Hate Blender. Cram runs for 2, failure. Throws, Georgie Cones with the catch. And it's a 17-yard gain. Honey Bear throws, Cones again. No one can tackle him, and it's 2-1 Steganauts. Martin Slug eludes everyone to get 11 yards and a first down. Goat is sacked by Cones. Here comes Goalmouth. Clive, 11. But they still need 1 more yard, so Martin Slug grabs that one. Both Clive Goalmouth and Martin Slug, very good elusive runners. All-time greats, all-time notables, I'd say. Yeah, a Slug takes it all the way down for a touchdown to tie it up 2-2. Come on, Hate Blender, do something. Everyone's poking him with a stick. There we go. Tyler Cram's been injured by Pope Lorenz. Nobby Harefoot has subbed in for the Steganauts. Well, that's not Hate Blender doing something. I know, but it's an injury. You know, that counts. Pope Lorenz, good catch, gets 13 yards. Red Star currently with the ball. Clivey Goalmouth runs for 11. Martin Slug. He's still going. He gets 8. 2nd and 1. Goat throws. Slug. Touchdown. 3-2. Pathfinders. Honey Bear is deflected by Goalmouth. Failure. Can only get 2 yards. 3rd and 8. Harefoot is stuffed behind the line for a loss, and the Pathfinders are back in possession. Goalmouth goes nowhere. Slug is deflected by Mitroglue. And on 3rd down... No. Okay, Steganauts back on. They trail by 1 at the moment, but this is close enough that, that the decision in terms of who's going to win it is very much up in the air. But the Pathfinders look pretty consistent right now. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again now. The Tree Man / Halfling combo seems to work rather well. Although, get rid of Cones. Well, he's on Minotaur. Yeah, he's trying to catch the ball with hooves. Nobby Harefoot runs for 13. He plays for the other team. Oh, yeah, all right. Yeah. Failure throws one away. Harefoot on 3rd and 10. Can't quite do enough to get a first down. Clivey Goalmouth gets 4 yards. Martin Slug has a first down. Pathfinders charging once more, looking to extend the lead. 29 yards. Goat throws for 7. Poke Lorenz catching. Lorenz has got the catch on this one as well, and that's worth another 13. Slug through the middle of the line gains 3. Goat throws to the flat. Poke Lorenz, touchdown. 4-2 Pathfinders. Hate Blender caught the ball. It's a 29-yard gain. He's got this one as well. Look at that little stud go. That's 31 yards off the pass from Ulysses, failure. Slug is tackled for a loss. Honey Bear throws. That was deflected by Yellow Fang. Failure up the middle is denied. All right, Goalmouth picks up 12. Slug. And that one's caught by Clive Goalmouth, who has the first down and evades enough tackles to get 38 yards. Sack comes in from failure. That one is thrown as Yellow Fang. Touchdown, 5-2. Pathfinders have this one in the bag. Consistent play and good chunk yardage of those players. They could be, you don't know. Georgie Cones keeping hold of the ball for once, gains 26 yards. Harefoot to the end zone, makes it 5-3. Steganauts getting one back, but they've left it way too late for that to matter to anybody at all. Nobody cares. No, it doesn't matter. Even Fernando doesn't care. And he's the coach of the team. I'm just kind of going, we're not going anywhere this season anyway. A slightly earlier draft pick won't hurt, even if it's only by 1 or 2 places, whatever. Yeah. Cones might be the MVP for the Steganauts in this game. I doubt it. He's made a meaningful contribution, but dropping the ball costs you fan points. So numerous drops actually hurt And he is Hate Blender has been beaten up by Yellow Fang. Daisy Flounce Frenzy has subbed in, and He is Hate Blender has not lived up to the hype. No, Flounce Frenzy gets a touchdown just to rub it in, to make it 5-4. The Stegonauts could actually tie this game if they can get the ball back immediately. They won't. No. Well, they've got one play, and it didn't work. Okay, yeah, right, there you are. Final score, Pathfinders 5, Stegonauts 4. Yellow Fang is player of the game very narrowly for the Pathfinders, 58 fan points, 111 receiving, 1 touchdown, 2 deflections, 11 tackles, and an injury. Ulysses failure for the Stegonauts, 56 fan points, broke 100 yards offense, 16 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and 2 sacks. Cones came up with 44, incidentally. Yeah, just a bit mixed bag for Cones. Oh, pancakes. Yeah, righto. Santino Bananas with 18 for the Stegonauts. That's pretty poor. They're playing up against trees. Oh, yeah, well, I suppose so. Tiffany Hooverbag for the Pathfinders came away with 48. Final game of the week. This may matter. It may already be academic, but let's find out which it is. Colonel Space Agency are taking on the Erg Melonflex Chroniclers. Erg Melonflex are, it looks like, playing a starting lineup. Crikey. KSA need a win. KSA need to win. Yeah. All right. And it's a blessed game. Well, you cannot let Erg Melonflex score on a blessed game. I mean, Flapjack actually isn't too much of a handful, but Mars Mullo certainly is. KSA can go through if they get a draw. Right, Mullo is snuffed at the line immediately. Flapjack tries passing, it doesn't work. Georgina Karate doesn't go anywhere. Over to KSA. And we've got Engelbert Loudmouth is immediately injured by Koff Zerma. Trevor Snowboard has been injured by Koff Zerma as well. So 2 players down at Erg Melonflex. But there goes Mullo, and that's a 32-yard gain. Flapjack to Gordon Tugboat, who's come in off the sideline, and Gordon's picked up 40 yards. Karate has a lane to the end zone, and it's 1-0 Erg Melonflex. William Youngblood makes a tackle for loss. Kelvin Datebook makes a catch, 3rd and 3. Graduate throws. Datebook's got the catch, and there's no one anywhere to be seen. Datebook is going to go the distance. Is he? No, he's not. He got 69 yards. If he'd got in, you would have had a turbo-powered troll receiver to deal with. Do not want. And Monkey Cage comes up with a sack to prevent the score. Blimey. Yeah. All right, Karate throws. It's Youngblood with the catch for Erg Melonflex as they take the ball out of their own half, or will do, on the next play. There goes Mullo again. He is a handful. It's 26 yards. Flapjack. Yeah. 14 yards gain for Flapjack. No, Georgina Karate, who has the opening touchdown. So a little bit of a stamina boost. Gains 16. Mullo. Still Mullo. Touchdown. Oh, and it's an interception. Charles Monkey Cage just picked it off. He's taken it to the house. It's 3-0. Hey. Crikey. Yeah. Okay, well, Saturno throws a 57-yarder. I wouldn't... No, you never rule KSA out. Here comes the mutant Bill Saturno, and it's deflected by Gordon Tugboat. Yeah. Mullo is got the first down, but you had to work for it. Karate runs 1 yard. Mullo again. Still Mullo, and that's a 7-yard gain. 3rd and 1. Flapjack can't quite get there. Bad throw from Saturno. Raz McClintock. He's picked up a few yards, but not many. Herder Graduate has completed Koff Zerma, who should go the distance. And it's a touchdown. 3-1. KSA have pulled one back. Mullo runs for 7. Flapjack. Yeah. Evading the tackles. Gains 30 yards. But he's not been a big factor so far. Karate picks up 25. Mars Mullo touchdown. Yeah. 4-1 Ergmellenflex. If the chroniclers want this, they've got to do it quickly. Zerma has got a touchdown to her name, but they need to do some more wide open passing to take the advantage of that as they're stuffed again. McClintock going down at the line. Mullo running again gets 15. Here comes Flapjack. 4 yards gained. Georgina, another 2. 3rd and 3. Mullo has the first down. Still on his feet. Nice blocking from Gordon Tugboat there. Flapjack Nope has got the first down all the way to the end zone for a touchdown. 5-1. Ergmellenflex are going to win it. Yeah, I mean, I think that was possibly decided already. But now I don't see a way that KSA come back into this one. Whomping Willow coming up with a sack, and Ergmellenflex are back in possession. Flapjack has the first down and he's still got the ball. It's a 26-yard gain. Georgina Karate takes the time to throw it, but it's deflected by McClintock. Mars has thrown the ball. It's intercepted by Herder Graduate. It's a choice. I mean, if you want to throw away your lead, I would personally... I would have advocated just keep doing what you're doing. Koff Zerma with a nice play there. Gains 46 yards. Keep doing that. Willow with a tackle for loss. There goes Zerma again. Has she got the space? No. Okay, McClintock, end zone. Datebook dropped it. Pillock. Graduate tried to run but is way too slow. Saturno to the end zone. Zerma touchdown. 5-2. Maybe there is life left in this one, but KSA have got to stop this drive. Flapjack. You're not going to do it, Lenny. No, mate. No. Sorry. No, you need buddies. You've got to force Flappy to get into some of that sideways dodging behaviour while you touchdown Georgina. While you've got buddies around to make follow-up tackles. Otherwise, you know, just kind of go, oh, I'll go home, shall I? Datebook makes a good catch. He's going to soak up quite a bit of yardage. That's a 52-yard gain. Still 30 plays left in this one. KSA trailing by 4. Monkey Cage comes up with another sack and another one just for the sake of it. That's 7 sacks in this game for Charles Monkey Cage. Touchdown, Koff Zerma. 3 points difference now, but KSA are not making stops. They're just not. No. Yeah, if you're shown, you know, the ability to make a few stops early on, that's a good one. Phoebe Brat Salad there, stopping the drive. But this needs to be a near immediate score, and McClintock there is stuffed with a bit of indecision. Datebook's going to chew up some yards. He's not. Well, he did. 52. Saturno sacked by Monkey Cage, who's now got 8. And that was deflected by Karate. 3rd and goal. Graduate. Zerma, touchdown. And Gordon Tugboat has been injured by Koff Zerma. I think that's Koff's 3rd injury inflicted in the game. But they've got to get the opportunity to throw at a ball. There's another injury. Zesty Lumber is down. Injured by Yaya Lemongrass. Mamalou Flex has subbed in for Ergmellenflex. But the clock is ticking away. Tickety, tick, tick, tick. And there's 11 plays left. Potentially enough time. But they're not going to get a stop. And a score here will put a nail through the head of the coffin. And the coffin will be closed after that point. Well, they've got to stop. Big throw downtown to Zerma. No. They've gone with Datebook. It's 32 yards. Zerma will get you 50 yards. All right, there we go. Koff Zerma taking off. 41 yards, as it turns out. Well, it was a flat pass. Yeah. 4 plays left. Saturno's going to run it. And it's a good play from Bill Saturno. There's 3 plays remaining in the game. KSA trail by 1. They have not stopped Mars Mullo, but if they can force a fumble, the hype lives on. They're not going to do it. No. Flapjack has chosen now to make his big play. A 53-yard run. Georgina Karate touchdown on the last play of the game. Well, I mean, there was some thrills in it. Monkey Cage managed to get player of the game. on in the last week of the season, and it might actually put him closer in the running for player of the season. Erg 7, KSA 5. Charles Monkey Gage, player of the game. He gets player of the week as well. 147 fan points. Yeah. 48 pancakes, 1 touchdown, 17 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 8 sacks, and an interception. And a partridge in a flipping pear tree. Kof Zerma for KSA, 91 fan points, 291 receiving, 4 touchdowns, 14 tackles and 3 injuries inflicted. That's a game. Kof Zerma's a heck of a player. Heck of a player. Pancakes at Colonel Space Agency, it is 33 for Phoebe Brat Salad, whereas at Erg Melonflex, obviously Charles Monkey Cage with 48. There you go, there it is, there you are. And here's the team of the year. The MVP is Charles Monkey Cage. Woo! It's good to have someone new win it. That last performance got Charles Monkey Cage Player of the Year, League MVP. Offensive Player of the Year is Julio Alacarte. Defensive Player of the Year, Charles Monkey Cage. Rookie of the Year is Strong Ways at the Budget Roadies, who is also Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Dremon Winsock. Really? I mean, Winsock's a good player, but I hadn't seen him coming as a defender. But fair play. Passer of the Year is Simple Simbil at the Grunt Auto Group with 3,800 yards. Runner of the Year, Flapjack Nope at Erg Melonflex with 2,700 yards. Receiver of the Year, Julio Alacarte, 3,900 yards. Crikey. Peter Brickwall got 865 pancakes. Sacks is Charles Monkey Cage with 41. Miguel Jupe for Shady Palms with 50 passes deflected. And then, Brute of the Year, Strong Bad Malcontent at the Fire Chefs with 5. Coach of the Year is Salty Portuguese at the Sweaty Marsupials. Well, crikey. The All-Pro team is Charles Monkey Cage at Erg Melonflex, Steve Morrie from BDP, Julio Alacarte at Failurewood Hills, Chris Biscuit. This is a hell of a team. From Volcamoose, Mulu Avabos at Grunt Auto Group, Kof Zerma at KSA, Ulysses Failure from Steganauts, and Wheelspin Gold from Failurewood Hills. Wheelspin, I would say, was the only real surprise in there. The All-Pro second team, Julio Lobster from Shady Palms, Shani Worthless from the Axemen, Bertha Raccoon from the Voodoo Boys, Clacton Express at Grunt Auto Group, Mutant Lip Balm from Bongolia Sea Raiders, Strong Ways from the Budget Roadies, Mikey Power Tools from Port Miggins, and Paul Dagger from Bongolia. You can look at the others for yourself. I am not reading out all those names. I'll give you a moment and have a little drink. Strong Bad, 5 injuries and 2 kills. That is actually pretty impressive. That is quite impressive. Right, onwards. This week's top performers. Past deflections, it's Whiskers Camembert at the Wizards with 11. Tackles for loss, Julio Lobster picked up 5 of those. Sacks, Kit Kats at the Toy Masters with 8. Low-grade Mo picked up 3 interceptions for Sports Ball. While for tackles, it was Buster Vortex at the Nomads. Defensive Player of the Week, Charles Monkey Cage. Pancakes, Imp Protein at the Pix Creek Miners with 67. Exorcism Fry, Grunt Auto Group, receiving yards. Fry came off the bench to pick up 318 of those. Rush yards, Jovial Impairment, 350 at Shady Palms. Passing yards was Kermit Clinton at the Wretched Minstrels with 332. Total yards, Pritchard Serenity at the Ov City Axemen with 359. Offensive Player of the Week, Jovial Impairment. Chuck Monkey Cage, Player of the Week. Okay. All right, here we go. Playoffs. In round 1, the Bouncers are taking on Stardozer. Bouncers. Maybe. Yeah, should be. Yeah. And then Volcamoose have got budget. Well, that's the Saints. Then Shady Palms are taking on the Sunshine Fun Bus. Well, it's lovely to see the Fun Bus in the playoffs, but they are not getting past round 1. And then the Pathfinders have got the Minstrels. I think the Minstrels win that, you know. I genuinely think they do. They can't stop anybody, but they can score in 2 plays. Yeah, I think the Minstrels might upset at least one team, I think. And then after the bye week, winners play winners. Yeah. Crikey. Yeah. I've been Colonel Failure, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. Next week is the end of season week. The playoffs, all of them, all the playoff games, followed by all of the idiocy that is coach selections, free agency, and other nonsense. So tune in for that. It will be a slightly longer one. So bring yourself a snack. Yeah. There you go. That's it. I'll catch you next time. Thanks very much for watching. Cheerio. Button.